Damn. I don't know what just happened. What just happened? Oh. That thing disappeared. That was funny. Fix grid. Perfection. Sign off. Alright. Let's get these taps and shares going. Everyone getting tattoos. That's what we talking about. Calling all people that's tatted up, including myself. We want to know what influenced you. What made you get tatted nowadays? What's the tattoo for? Hmm? Is it something that was heritage, or was it something that influenced you? You might have thought it looked cool, and you decided to get one. I guess, but we'll see. Mm. And the next question: how do you know if people are doing anything for self? How do you know that? How do you know if people are doing anything for approval in others? You know. So the four W's is when, where, what, and why should you do it? Should you do for others? Hmm. You can put how in there. You got to throw that how up in there. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the last question. The four W's: when, where, how, and why. And how should you do for self? So we gonna see if you be able to tell if you do it for others, or if people do it for others, or can you spot people that do it for others and do it for people, or their self? My bad. So I think it's things that we can spot out, that we could tell that they're doing it for other people, or other situations, or other reasons than themselves. So that's what we're gonna get to about that one. As y'all join in, get the tap and get these shares going. We just started up. See how this conversation goes. See if we can think deep inside. I believe it's gonna tap into a lot of people's self. This what that's gonna do. I know this. Fake hair, fake nails. Yeah, majority of the time that's not for self. That's for others. You know. And then what I mean about that, that's why I had to say, not just self alone. So we may do things for ourselves, but we do it for ourselves for the validation of others to make ourselves feel better, or the acceptance of others, or anything, because everything in our life is reconstructed. Everything in our life is um, conditioned. So a lot of these thoughts came from somewhere, and that's what influenced us to make us want to do it. So it usually didn't just come from ourselves. Nobody just born. I don't know what happened. Nobody's just born saying I want a tattoo. They don't just pop out of nowhere. So something influenced you in your life. You thought it looked cool. Oh yeah, I don't think people ready for this one. It made me think about that. It made me think about it because this weekend we was talking about it, and I realized it just came to my head. It made me think about it, and I like, let me talk about this. I see how deep the conversation got on it. I said, let's talk about it then, because I know a lot of people got tattoos, but I wonder if anybody gonna own up and say that they really did it because they got influenced by others and they thought it looked cool. and they know others going to see it look cool, so that's gonna make them feel better, or whatever the situation is. I don't heard people say they tatted people on their body and all that stuff. You still did it for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? You tatted your kids on you for somebody else because it's your kids. You ain't think about it yourself. You know. So it's always a reason. It ain't just always for self. Something influenced it, and eventually. The main thing is, no matter what, we know that's visible, so we know that somebody's gonna see it. He said, I got tattoos for myself, or like each tattoo has a story. Yeah. And you got it for yourself to tell the story to other people. Yeah. So to the base, it might be for self, but it's still an invitation for other people to see it because it's not like nobody was not going to see your tattoo. That's the purpose of getting a tattoo because eventually somebody's going to see it. To get a tattoo and not think nobody gonna see it, that's just convincing yourself otherwise, I guess. Said mine are all hidden. Yeah, I know people say that, but they know when they get a significant other and they get them clothes off, they know that somebody's going to see it eventually, you know. Because like I said, people don't get it to hide it. They know eventually somebody's going to see it. Otherwise, whatever the thing they had in their mind could have just stayed in their mind. They didn't have to get the tattoo. She said, them seeing and you doing it for that reason are two different things. Yeah, but you did it with the intentions of knowing that somebody's going to see it though eventually, because it's no purpose of getting it, unless somebody's going to see it, or you did it because you seen other people do it and it might make yourself feel better or whatever it is. Everybody, like, you really don't have to write on your body to get a message. You know, there's a reason behind it. It's visible. Cause like if that's the case, why don't you put a one of them little wipe off stick? Remember them old tattoos you wipe off? Get one of them then. Man, where we at? We only on 9 likes. I see people just only came for the smoke. They ain't want to light the live. They just said smoke only. Y'all can get some shares or something going. Get this live started for real, so you get some more perspectives in here. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Connie. She looking out. How kind of you, Connie.
Stop it. Hi.
What's up? Yeah. Hawkeye, what's up? I remember you seen you a few times on my
What's
live.
up,
Good to
man? How you
see you.
doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm blessed.
That's
10, I
good.
seen her. Hopefully she be good today. I know she usually starts some stuff. We'll see if she be alright
Hold
today.
on, hold on.
See, I already see out the way she said, hold on. You can
No.
tell it's on go.
What
It's on
some stuff?
standby right now.
Listen. I'm not at all. I don't
That's
start anything.
I'm crossing my fingers. I hope not today.
Oh, don't do it, Ricky. Consider.
All right, when we get to 15K, we can start this. But until then, I will be, speaking a little bit more on my perspective of why I came up with this. Just to give y'all some stuff to come up or think about, right? Because I do believe at the end of the day, our conscience might tell us that we're doing it for ourselves, but I believe our subconscious always know that others are still open to seeing, because it is on our skin. You know what I'm saying? It's still visible at some point, even if it's hiding. But yeah, that's just a subconscious because we ain't gonna get nothing that well, it'd be no point of getting it if we didn't see it. But and in
Yeah.
tattoos, like the 4 W's, it is
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. What do you mean by the four W's? Who,
four
what, when,
W's. So
where, why?
yeah, usually be 5 W's, but I
Right.
couldn't put who. I couldn't put who should you, so I had to put the 4 W's: when, yeah, when, where, why, and
Okay,
where.
brother, that makes sense.
Yep, and then how. You throw the how on there. Yep. So the basis of this whole topic, though, because I just had to get the one that I feel like is concrete, even though I know I'm gonna get a heavy debate on this one, though, for real. But overall, I'm trying to see if people can be able to tell, because everybody like to switch it up. People like, you can't read my mind. You can't tell if I'm doing it for myself or others and stuff. I believe there's some things that we could tell based off action, that we could tell that people doing it for others, and there's some things that you could tell that people doing it for themselves. Even though I believe doing it for self is more quiet than anything, not visible, something that And I always said this before, like, sure, I believe even working out, your body type usually be for, or the body shape that you want to do is usually for others. Your health is what is always going to be for yourself. So a lot of times you might have liked this shape or something like that. Ooh, that person, I want to be like that. You know what I'm saying? But while you want to be like that, you still know somebody's going to see you, at the end of the day. And you know you're going to think about a compliment or something behind that. So subconsciously, you're going to do that. But everybody try to convince themselves. Oh, yeah, 1.1? Hey, I thought y'all was going to be at 5K by the time I got done talking. That's crazy. I'm done. I'm tired of talking.
So, with your logic,
Yes,
if you take a shower and somebody smells you, you showered for the other person?
You do it. I think you shower. I think you shower for your own health because if you build up too much dirt, you can,
Yeah, so if
it's not
somebody
healthy.
smells
It's
you,
not healthy for you.
right?
You
So if
get
somebody
So
pores.
smells
hygiene,
you,
hygiene and tattoos are two different things. That's apples and oranges for real. So you got to
hmm
brush your teeth. You're gonna lose your teeth then. You don't need no tattoo. That's one thing. You ain't gonna hunt alive without no tattoo.
well, actually, got some people who don't really care a lot about hygiene. So some of them,
Yeah, it is. That's the sad part about that. Some people might care more about their tattoos than their hygiene. That's another whole
right,
story though.
right. I don't know. I feel like so whenever we can ask the question and let me know. I feel like once we do get to talking, we'll get to 5K pretty quick. But
Oh yeah, it is. It is for sure. Yeah,
so I did
it's
have a
just
question. Just let me know when.
yeah, because I know this gonna dig deep a little bit though. And I got a tattoo myself, so I already know the deal. So I'm ready for all the stuff. I just have to really think on this. Like, hold up.
Well, you know it's gonna bring a lot of controversy, a lot of smoke and
Hey,
say, that's why you
True,
put it up there. You know,
true,
hey, this is
true.
a dope,
I want
dope
people to
topic,
think though.
man. I had to stop
Huh?
by and look at this. This is a dope topic.
yeah, it is
That's a
very
really
much
dope
so.
topic.
Hey, I want people to think though, for real.
It's
You
about to get
know.
real deep in here. We're about to get, and it's crazy because you just said it, and I was thinking as you was saying, "Oh yeah, this going to get real deep in here."
Hey, that's why. Listen,
Hey, look, with this topic, it's a lot of people's emotions gonna get tied to this. I already know.
And you know it's
Because
crazy, bro. I've been studying this for the last
mhm,
couple of days,
mhm,
so it's crazy that this came up on my page.
yeah. Oh wow.
well, especially us that requested to come up, you already know that.
Yeah, that's just God. That's how God just showing
Very.
me signs
Hey
and
Yeah.
man, you
what
preaching, my
direction
brother.
I need to be going, and the direction I'm going just happens to be the right path.
You said the big G word. Hold up, I gotta give you this real quick. Hold up. There we go. When I heard that in my room, when nobody, I got to, got to.
So appreciate that, man.
Here we go.
And and healthiness and healthy debates and healthy conversations and
Yeah,
that's how
I
we
want people to
grow.
think, man.
That's how we
I know a
learn.
lot of stubbornness gonna be in this thing, but I like people thinking. I like to get people thinking though, for real. 'Cause hey, one thing I thought about, I be laughing about them, even the horoscopes. I like a lot of people ain't when they found out that because they had this thing where they said there's a new horoscope that's supposed to be out and it's supposed to push everybody's birthday back. And they like,
Yeah,
nah, forget
that
that.
don't even sound right, man.
Yeah, I know, but I know a lot of people really ain't about to listen to that because they done put the tattoo on tomorrow. They ain't about to change that. Like, forget that. That's 12. But if you really think about it though, it can't be 13 months though, because it's like if you take because that's why they got leap year for, right? And they also got if you notice that every like 4 months actually got like one extra week. That'd have been 13 months, right?
Yeah, I ain't qualified to speak on this.
Not an extra week, you mean an extra day or two?
I ain't smart enough to make this decision.
An extra day or two. And also what you have to realize,
Yeah.
I don't know who's assigning months out
leap
here, but I
year
know I ain't
is
the
not
one.
every year, sir. So yeah.
You ever had that check where you get that extra paycheck to yourself?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. So that adds up. So it's like you usually get four of those in a month. I mean, four of those in a year. Oops, you get four of those in a year and stuff. But yeah, that's how you know it should have been a 13th month. But what really think about it? What is a leap year? What is that for? What is this? Why every month ain't the same amount? Stuff like that. That's what I be thinking about. So that's how I know. They done constructed that and made it however. And the time is only based off of sun up, sun down. So
Well,
time ain't real.
when you think about it, a lot of stuff is up and down and based and this,
Yeah.
that, and it's
It's only just
everywhere.
order. It's just only order though. A lot of
Yeah.
stuff it just really Yeah, I don't know how to explain it though, but
And I feel like it's your order though. Really at the end of the day, because it's really about what you believe in, right?
hmm I can feel that though. I think some stuff is just facts though. You can't even believe it no more. Huntress, my sis in the building. Dang, y'all couldn't even get to the. All we need is point 0.5. We can get this topic out. We can get this topic started. You know.
Yeah, this topic alone deserves more respect, and more people should be here. Let me share
Mm.
this.
So it sounds like I might need to do an encore this weekend or something. I might.
Hey,
I
if you
might.
do, hey, if you do, I'm there. Yeah,
Yeah, I think this, like, even looking at this though, it's gonna tap into some insecurities. That's one thing. I notice when I talk about love or them love languages and all that stuff, it always it yeah, it taps into people's insecurities and stuff. That's why a lot of people start
yeah,
even
bro. It's like I
throwing
said, it's gonna be
hatred.
a deep, deep thing, but you know, God is with you every step of the way, bro.
Amen. Amen. You know.
I'm gonna wait till we jump into it, but man, there's so much. There's so much to unpack in that statement. Crazy.
You just talking about the title itself?
No, I'm talking about what the statement I just made. Like
Oh
God is
yeah.
literally with you in everything you
Oh yeah.
do,
Oh yeah.
and
Most
it's
definitely.
so even that statement alone can't begin to unpack that.
Hmm.
Yeah. And the thing
I
about it
need. Hey,
also with the topics, each topic makes you think about the topic before, your answer before, what you're thinking before. Like, yeah, hey, brother, I'm here with you. I'm trying to
And
talk about 10.
call
How
me the
10?
Kendrick Lamar of the prompt site. I'm talking about.
and
Listen,
laugh and
man,
Kev, just like you said, this topic is gonna hurt a lot of feelings. It
It
is,
will. It
but
will.
you know what? The truth is so beautiful. It can be ugly.
the truth is like, yeah, listen,
Yeah, the
if
truth
you
can be
accept the
ugly. The
truth,
truth is so beautiful because how raw it is. It's the truth. It's what it is.
mm,
You can't argue the truth. You can't debate
Yeah,
the
but
truth.
it's not
and it's only
everybody's truth.
ugly if you're not acceptance, if you're not open to accepting like different things, opinions, this and that's when I feel like
Yeah,
it gets ugly.
yeah. I'm
Because
very
if
open
you
to it.
can't think outside the box, and if you're not open minded, and if you're not receptive and acceptive, that's when it becomes a problem.
Right. Like if someone has a different religion belief than me, I don't never make them feel less than because that's not what I practice in my religion.
But
You
when
know,
you, what I don't want to be disrespectful, but when you say like the truth is the truth and you can't argue it, you're kind of telling somebody what the one truth is. You know?
No, no,
well,
no. He said that it can be ugly.
it can be ugly. The truth can be
Yeah,
ugly
yeah.
sometimes, but it's the
Yeah.
truth.
But I
'Cause
understand what she's saying though. What she's also saying though.
She's trying to say that not everyone's truth is the same.
Well, she's
right.
saying
But
that's your.
that's two different things though.
Well, but it basically all revolves around the same thing at the end of the day because that's your truth.
I
You
mean, you
That's
can
one thing I can
disagree
say.
with me.
Just because you don't believe it, that don't make it true.
Yeah, that don't
Not
mean
true.
it's not true.
Right. That's
yeah,
one thing I noticed.
but think
You
about
know.
and that's fine though. But then that's one thing that I did learn though. Even though
One thing about my Lord, he don't talk.
well we're not speaking
You
we're not
ain't never
speaking
heard a
from a
word from
religious.
my God.
That's if
He's
you're speaking
all
from a
action.
religious aspect, sir. I
Yeah.
mean,
He's all action. I mean, I live for that though. That's why I live and die on that hill.
Oh, I love that.
right. But we were just speaking from thing like she was saying, like from people's truth, different truth.
Yeah, I
Yeah, we're
know it.
not speaking from like a religious aspect of that.
Religious to me, religion is life, and like you said, we just gotta learn how to
Well, like religion,
communicate and accept each other's differences.
yeah, religion is life. I mean, to each his own. But I think when you
You
come
could.
to different debates, different things, topics, I don't think religion belongs unless we're debating or going over religion. I don't think that it belongs within that topic, that debate. It
I don't know. For me, when I look at this discussion, when I look at these words on this panel under Kev's face, I don't see nothing but God.
okay.
Maybe
So
it's just two different perspectives.
Yeah,
Hey,
because
look. This.
religion helps you figure out what's right and wrong. So
This my
yeah.
thing though. Like you can tell people's confidence in what they believe in based off how they react when you disagree with it though. That's
Yup,
all I'm gonna say.
yup,
You
yup.
you could tell a lot though. That's one thing I noticed.
I
Cause
would
I
never.
don't argue what I already believe in. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
There's no
sir.
point. Only time I argue, right, is if somebody doing this reading the same thing as me and then miss. Well, I don't even say argue. I would just say I'm going to correct. That's one thing. I will correct if you're misusing what I believe in. I put it that way.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Because you
Yeah.
can believe whatever you want to believe, but
And
I'm just
even
saying
then, I
don't twist my
probably
stuff up.
and even
But
my
how can
bad,
you
Kev. My
correct?
bad, Kev. My
But
Go
bad,
ahead.
listen,
Kev.
if yeah, I'm sorry, sir. I don't mean to be rude at all. But listen though, if you all are, say if you are reading something to say the same book of or whatever, your beliefs it may be totally different from theirs. So I don't. I think that's a bold statement to say that you will correct them because people receive things differently.
Yeah,
Right.
but you can always pull your brother to the side. You don't have to correct him in public. You can
Okay,
correct him in private.
okay, so that's what I was saying to him. You know, we all just having one a little.
So this like I put it this way. Let me put it this way. That's like saying if somebody was like God hate everybody, I got every right to correct them and say no, they don't.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
that yeah, I
that's what I'm
agree.
saying.
Because
Some
you're
stuff you could
passionate.
just correct. I'm not trying to say what you could
How do you know
believe
if they
in
don't hate everybody? How do you know if they don't
because
mean
we
that?
here. Because
Yeah,
we
we're
here.
here every day.
Well,
We wake up.
We here,
well,
right?
I don't think. Yeah, not something that's simple and nothing like that. But yeah,
Yeah,
Love with God and Jesus and God and
it's a
love.
big.
It's literally just that simple.
But you
yeah,
know what? I've been on some panels where like say we could read the same like the same chapter verse this that and that's what I thought you were speaking of. Some people will take it totally different than
Yeah,
from
yeah, yeah, yeah,
receiving.
yeah, yeah. You just pray for him.
Yeah, no, yeah, fact. So I
You
thought
just pray
maybe
for him.
that's what he was saying. And but listen though, I don't know. That's deep too.
Yeah,
So
yeah, you just pray for him and keep
yeah,
it moving.
put that on your list as well because people receive and perceive things differently.
true.
And who's to say who wrong or right? If you're debating
Yeah,
religion.
or sometimes some people might not get it until later and then realize the other person was going down the right path and they just
Oh,
had to understand it later down the line though. So
Yeah,
it just depends. That's all it is.
and then
Sometimes you
also,
can switch it up. Like sometimes I might not be right all the time and be like, okay, you know what? Dang, I didn't look at it. So I mean, we all humans. We got
right.
flaws and stuff.
Or
and
they
and then
might even get it
also,
right then. So like you
and
say, you
also,
still have to voice, that opinion because they might get it right then. You may turn a light on for them, give them an
Yeah,
aha moment.
no, but
but that's why we
we
keep
also
speaking.
got different paths in life though, and we also have our own different relationship with your religion or God and Jesus. You have your own path, your own way for that. It's not going to be the same as mine. You might not receive it the same time I receive it, and vice versa.
Right.
Mhm.
It hit
Well, we
everybody
have
different.
5,000, so if y'all got some shares in, I need a few shares so we can get some people up in here, and then we can get this thing started. I'm pretty sure Connie is itching right now for us, so
Why
you
me?
can go first. You can go first. Now
Why am
get you out
I?
the way because I heard a couple
What do
times you try to.
you mean?
She said, "What
Yeah,
I
I
did?"
felt it. I felt it. She tried to break through.
Yeah,
So
because
go
I
ahead
want
and
to know who
get her
has
out first. So
tattoos.
we
I want
go
to know
get
who
it.
has tattoos in here though, other than you.
I got tattoos.
Everybody has
I think
tattoos.
almost majority of people are going on this thing on app
Um,
might got tattoo.
okay.
But I ain't gonna lie, I regret my tattoos because I got them when I was a little boy,
Yeah.
Mm.
and that's why I haven't got any like any more tattoos as an
And
adult.
you know what? You know, more wise for self. I was thinking about it too. It get to a point where you forget it's on your body.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a part of
You
me.
will literally forget it till somebody reminds you. You be like, oh, dang.
Most of the time, that's how I'm reminded I even got tattoos. People be like, "Oh, I
Because
like
I
your
be forgetting
tattoo."
myself.
I'm like, "Oh yeah, I've
Well,
had it for so long."
I want to hear you, Cuddy, about what you want to say about because I can't wait. Pick me next.
I mean, can I get there already or no? Do you want me to wait?
You can go ahead, Connie. You can start this. Let's start the party now. Let's get it.
So, I mean, I personally don't get my tattoos for other people. I don't do anything for other people, to be honest. The way that my life is very unconventional. Every tattoo that I have, it's like in remembrance of somebody that's like passed away. So I do that because I have really
Mm,
bad memory, and I feel like when I have it on my body, it like keeps their memory alive for me. So it's not for somebody else's, you know.
mm.
Yeah.
So you got it because they passed away, right?
Right.
So
That's
you did
my
it for somebody else.
motive. I did it for me, so I can remember them.
You still got it. You wouldn't have got it if they didn't pass away, right?
So I didn't do it for somebody else. I did it because of somebody else. somebody else inspired me to do it, but I'm not
Yeah.
doing it
So
for
it's
other
not
people to
just
look
self
at.
alone. That's the part. That's my last part I gotta say. It's not just self alone. So it could be for yourself, but it's not only just only for yourself. So a lot of times people say they're doing it just for themselves, but it's usually something else that come with it or another outside inspiration.
But
So it
wouldn't
ain't
that
just
be
self.
selfish? Wouldn't that be a selfless act though, to try to keep somebody else's memory alive on
Mm.
your body,
Yo, say
I
it again.
I can't say that because I did that.
right? It's selfless if you think about it.
No,
Said
I
it's self.
can't. I can't speak for everybody, but I agree with the host because I literally got my tattoos based off Tupac. I can't. You know what I'm saying? I was so sensational. I was so idolized by him when I was young. When I was 14, I was like, I'm gonna get the same tattoos he got on his arm. It's so dumb, but
Right, but
I
I
love
don't
it.
think
But
Connie finished her thought though.
huh?
Oh, thank you. No, that's where I was getting at. I wanted to see what you guys feel about that. About it being a selfless act and not being something that you're doing because of somebody
That's not
else.
selfless. Yeah, it's not
I
self.
think it was a selfish act what I did because I didn't think about my body. I didn't think about my skin. I didn't think about how what I really liked and desired. I felt like I had a connection to someone that was dead. Me and him was on the earth with each other for 1 month. I was 1 years old, so that was just so dumb. I think it was selfish of me to have done that to
So what if it
myself.
was somebody? What if it was somebody that held more meaning for you, like your mom or something?
No, because I know how I feel about my mama, and she know how I feel about her. And a tattoo don't need to represent that. I could get like I could preserve the house that she owned, or I could
Yeah.
have something sentimental of her. I don't need to mark my body up for it because one day I'm gonna get old and I'm gonna regret these tattoos.
So the tattoos you said you got stories on your body, right? Or something like that. Um wonder if say if somebody was like, oh, that tattoo look ugly or something like that, how you feel?
Who to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. I don't know how to say this respectfully, but I wouldn't give a fuck. Honestly,
Okay.
if somebody didn't like my tattoos, first of all, if they had access to see it, they already like me because all my tattoos are hidden. So,
Interesting.
you know,
Interesting.
I mean, my tattoos are because of people that have been in my life, like family members. So I don't regret
Gotcha.
it. You know, I feel like okay. So one of them, she passed away in the war. So I feel like it's like I can't hear myself. There's too much of an echo.
Hold up. Yeah,
Yeah, somebody had
everybody,
the echo.
everybody, mute up.
Yeah, no, I was
Um,
just gonna say that she died in the war, so I feel like it's a good remembrance to her. I there's nothing about that.
mm,
There's
to
nothing
her.
about that I feel like I'm doing for someone to see one day, or that I care their opinion on it. Like,
So you said okay,
I just
remembrance to
I
her.
needed to be cool. I want everybody to see mine. I was like, yeah, when I go to school, they gonna think this is the coolest thing in the world.
Mm. So you say you're doing a remembrance to her. So
yeah,
it's like a okay.
like a memorial
So
thing,
even though I still believe, so you doing it. Okay. Hold up. Cause I had something. I was about to say something though, but okay, I'll
and
let that
and
ride.
it's hidden too. So they're all hidden. I'm tatted up, like my
Yeah.
whole body is
Eventually,
tatted.
yeah, somebody gonna see it though, which you know. You don't get a tattoo and don't think nobody gonna not see it. Oh,
But that's not my driving force, though. That's the whole point, right?
I
If
got you.
that's what does that drive you to do it, or is that just
And
come, or
yeah,
does it
you
just
can get
come with you?
influenced though, but to actually go out your way and put it on your body, and you know people gonna eventually see it.
Yeah, but if you don't
You
care
know.
if they see it, that doesn't mean that you're going out to do it because of them.
So say okay. Mhm, okay. Dang, it was something I was about to say though. It was
Well, host, if you don't stop not finishing your thoughts,
boy. I know. I keep getting a brain for it. Be because there'll be stuff I want to say at one time. But all right,
I
okay,
know
I'll
you
let it
got so
ride.
much stuff. It be running quick.
And I'll let it ride. Go ahead, Tan. You next.
Okay. Okay, thanks. And like she said, it was because of, so therefore she was doing it because of something that she wanted to do it for. It wasn't because, I mean, like for someone else. to see, or for someone else to, please them or make them happy. It was for her. And I think that to say that everyone do it for others, that's kind of seeing like it's insulting, because it's like you're not thinking for yourself, you're doing something for someone else, and I don't believe that.
So do you believe this okay, I thought about the right way to word it. Do you believe when you do something to honor someone or have a remembrance of someone, don't you believe, I mean, feel like that's for somebody else?
No, 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 it's for me, because it's what I
So
need.
to honor somebody is for you. You can't honor somebody without
Okay,
tattooing them
hold on. I mean, you can though,
or
but
letting them know.
it's the way you choose to honor them. The honor is what's for them, because you're honoring them. Whatever
There
you're
you go.
doing for you to honor them, that's for you. That's not for them.
You
It's
know,
what you're doing
sorry.
to honor and respect them, and how
Hmm.
you want
So
to remember
that
them.
means it's not totally for yourself then if you're doing it to respect them, right?
No, no, no. It's no. It's totally for you,
But you
because
saying you're doing it to respect, to show respect for them.
I said, if that's how you want to respect them and honor them, I feel like the honor is for them, because the fact that you're honoring them,
Okay.
that's way bigger than
So it's not totally just for yourself. It's still for honor for
right.
them.
No,
Yeah. So that's why. So it's still you're still going back to my topic. So it's still you're not just doing it
no,
for
no,
self
no.
alone. It's just not self alone.
It is for self alone.
But you just said you're doing it to honor somebody that either passed away or something like that. So you still doing it
No,
for
no, no. You're
beyond
doing
just yourself.
no, no, no. You're doing that for yourself, because that's how you choose to honor them. Honor. You're still taking my honor out of it, though.
Can I
Honor who?
interject, please?
Yeah, that's how you're choosing to honor them.
Okay, okay, I'll let it slide. I mean, let some more people go in there real quick. Okay, cool. Connie, Tan, okay. All right, TV,
Yo,
you wanted to go?
Ron. Ron, yeah,
all of the,
please.
I think both y'all
I
could
think
be
TV
right.
came up before you, Ron.
No
Yeah,
You said what, T?
problem.
I think both y'all could be right. I think it's a matter of opinion. I think you could have your opinion on the subject, and I think Tan could have her opinion. But I think at the end of the day, the tattoo on your body, so I don't think it really matters.
I agree
Mm.
with that because let's take the other side. You want to honor somebody, you bury somebody. Who do you honor? The stone or the person who is not there anymore? Go to a graveyard. Who do you honor?
You sure you ain't got to put it in your body, right?
Oh, sorry.
If somebody is cremated, you get a nice. Well, I don't want to be rude, but you get a pot. A nice pot, but a pot.
Yeah.
That's you're gonna honor, and you put it on
Sometimes
the.
whole your family that just cremate you.
Yeah, oh, you take it with you home, or you put it somewhere. You
Yeah.
put it somewhere, and you go. Once in a while, you go to a wall where it's there, and you go, who, what? So why is a tattoo different?
You're still doing it for somebody else, right?
No, and you know what I would like to add? When you're doing it to remember somebody, and the pain of a tattoo could like actually kind of be like symbolic, if, especially if they passed away, like it brings you closer to the person because you're going through pain and they went through pain. So it's like you could honor them in a lot of ways, but that's just like a more
Yeah,
beautiful way to do it, I
I
think.
got
So you had to
I got
that's
ash
why
I
that's
got
what I'm trying to get
ashes
to.
from my from people I love in my tattoo.
Mm.
Yeah, I
Got you.
did.
I got you. I got you. I got you.
He said he got what?
So if I have a T-shirt on, you don't see my tattoos. You don't.
Yeah.
That's mine. And of course, if it's warm and I put my T-shirt out, you're gonna see it. Yeah,
Yeah.
fine,
Right. Yeah. We know subconsciously. We already know other people are going to see it eventually. We know.
fine. That's a
Right.
problem, and I don't want to talk about it. If they ask, I don't want to talk about it. I got military comrades, and I got tattoos from that.
All right. It's
So that's
still
all.
from, yeah, for whatever reason out there that chose that you did it. Yeah, it still wasn't. It ain't pop up out the blue from you. So like I said, this is my main thing I think about. Ain't nobody as a kid think about a tattoo. They just don't
No,
pop up and say I want
no.
to get tatted. They don't, So it's always something that they
It's
seen. They might
the
thought it
first.
looked good.
Okay,
And I can get it. It could be a confidence thing.
let me say the first was rebellion. Don't deny that. The first was rebellion. I lived at home. I had a beef with my father. Went to the tattoo salon, and I
So you did it
just
because your father, rebellions against your
yeah,
father. Hmm.
yeah, just to piss him off.
Yeah, we gonna get
But you
somewhere
did
that
it
Yeah,
for
way.
your
okay,
daddy.
but even
But
even
you did it
that's
for
a
your daddy.
reason.
But I think
Even that's a memory.
when you engage in this topic on both sides, I think you're gonna get tripped up because you're gonna have a different of opinions. I think the best way to settle it is just to have your own opinion on it, and it's your tattoo on your body, so you probably don't even care what the next person thinks. No way.
No, I don't care.
Yes, I think you should.
Mine, I'm 60 years old. You think my tattoos looks good? No,
Yeah.
brother, they don't. I have to go back to coloring, and they can because it's
Hmm.
a way different technique than we got now. The tint stripes are from the last 20 years. I got Sailor Man tattoos, the old shit.
All right, let me. I got a couple more, like a few more people that haven't said, and I gotta get them in. So, let me get Touche in, and we got what was it? PQ, Tam, then Shine in.
You you know this is my favorite topic.
Yeah, you actually inspired this one. I'll give it
Yeah,
to
I
you.
know I did. I know I did. You don't even got to give me
Yeah,
the credit for
I
it.
was like,
Thank you.
I gotta talk about this after we just talked
Yeah,
about that.
yeah, because but it's clear to
You got
see
one
that.
minute.
But it's clear
I've
to
been
see that
to
everybody or mostly people
uh,
on the panel got their tattoos for themselves. They didn't get them for other people.
Yeah.
Um, and the other reason is some people could say, "Hey, I did get it for this," or "I did get it. I didn't get it for that." It always tied back into, like I said before, when we was on the panel and we originally came up with it. I didn't sit on nobody's table, allow them to scrape me and put me in pain. Probably spilled some blood for somebody else. I never did that. That wasn't the reason. I didn't think, hey man, they gonna like this. Ah, it hurt. Ah, I hope they like it. I didn't think like that. Like I literally did it because I wanted to do it. Um, what I can say, and I will say this to you, I always say people as a rebellion that they got tattoos. Like society always just looked at us as a rebellion, and I think that we just said we didn't care. But that's
Gotcha.
my minute. Go ahead.
Gotcha. I got tattoo too. But all right, go ahead, PQ. What you got for me, my brother? What's up? Long time.
What's up, man? Are you talking about the green one?
Yeah, we on the
Everyone
green
gets the
one. That's the one that's gonna
tattoos.
be the heavy one for now.
All
Then we
right,
gonna
all
start
right,
digging
cool.
into these.
I don't think like my man said. Like I got tattoos also, right? Um, I got tattoos also. So I don't think that I even with my first tattoo was because of, I was banging back in the day, so that's why I got it. But it wasn't more or less of like I got it for them. It was more or less I got it for me at the same time, but it was more like I did show it off. But then my other tattoos I
Mm,
got, it was more for me. But then even then I didn't even show those off because majority of them are ones that are actually they're more covered up than anything. The only way you can actually
okay.
see them is if I wear a short sleeve or if I
Right.
take my shirt off. Hell, I even got a I got a tattoo that my wife think is funny because of the placement of it. Like I would have to literally take my pants off for you to see it. So it
Okay.
wasn't more and less of like I'm doing it for someone else. Maybe I would always say the first tattoo I would say I did it for them, but not for them because it wasn't something I had to do. But it was something like it was like I'm showing quote unquote as they would say loyalty because I did it that way too and I got that.
I have the
So
same.
that's
Hold up, Ryan. We gotta let everybody go first.
Yep. Go
If
ahead,
you can
bro.
mute up, brother, I got an echo and I hear an echo.
Oh,
Thank you. So yeah, that's it. That I got, like my brother said up here. Like I don't think it's like for people per se, but it's, yeah. I've never, even matter of fact, even when I got my first banger tattoo, it wasn't like my man just said. I wasn't in the chair like, oh, I'm going, they gonna like this. Yeah, hold on, let me take a break, let me take a break. All right, I'm ready for the shading. They gonna like this. They gonna, nah. It wasn't even like that. It was more of like, damn, yeah, I like this. I feel good. I like the way this look. But then I go show it off? Yeah, I went and showed it off. But yeah, and then that's it. I'm done.
Hmm. I always think about it in a way like, and I was mentioning this. Did a little pre thing, pre with my girl earlier. I said that the reason why my base come around this is because a lot of us wouldn't even get these things if we was blind. It's like if it, nobody, or even like a kid, nobody as a kid even think about, oh, let me get a tattoo. So something either looked good to us, uh, or we got influence, whatever it is, right? But it made us get it because eventually, right? Eventually, we know the base of we know somebody's going to. That's just like tattooing something that you didn't like on your body or something like that, and you was afraid that somebody might say it, like a dude was the tattoo a Peter on his leg. I don't know. I couldn't think of that, but something that he know that eventually, so he would never put it on there because he know somebody might see it. He ain't gonna put no Peter whacker on his leg, and
Well, that's
because
why.
he knows somebody gonna eventually see it, he could try to. So even if they say it's hidden, he know eventually somebody's like everybody. Like the thing is, nobody is getting a tattoo without thinking somebody is not going to see it at all. It's that's just impossible, you know, unless it was inside your internals.
My,
I don't
my,
know, whatever. But
Nah, my one tattoo, I got it because I thought nobody would ever see it. Even me knowing I was gonna get married one day, and like I've had girlfriends that have never really seen that tattoo at all. So I've gotten tattoos that, like, I've had one that's on my shoulder that it's like I know people don't even know it's there unless I say something about it.
So, can I ask a question?
hold up, yeah, we gonna get
Okay.
two more people when we in this thing. Uh, Tamara, and then we gonna get Shiny. And I don't know if TV was ready yet, but what you got, Tamara?
So I have 21 tattoos. Um, and all the tattoos that I have on me were for me, were for something that happened, an event that happened in my life, or like I have my kids on me. So everything, I don't know, I wouldn't really consider that for others because I really didn't care if anybody even noticed them. I mean, they're noticeable because of the writing that they're in. Um, but most of my tattoos you can't even see. Like a majority of them are covered up, and they're all really little. Some of them are little. Like I got a real big one down my leg. I got a real big one on my back. I got one on my shoulder. Most people don't even notice the one I have on my shoulder, just because it doesn't make a difference. What I wear or how I wear it. So I don't think when I went and got my tattoos, I um, I was thinking, "Ooh, I want somebody to see this." Like, and then most of the time, even the one on my shoulder, when somebody does notice it, they asked about it. And then I got to give the story on and I don't feel like I should always have to do that, but it is what
You
it
so you
is.
didn't see that coming when you got it?
When I got it, no, because like I said, I didn't anticipate people paying that much attention to it. To be honest with you, like I just didn't notice people paying. It's a car crash that happened when I was younger, and I got the car on my arm. So it's just, I don't know. I just didn't feel like at that time, no, I didn't have to explain it to anybody. I didn't feel like nobody would ever really notice why it was there. And for real, the ones with all of my writing is Disney writing. Those get more attention than anything because it's Disney writing. So yeah, I didn't, in my head, didn't think, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this so such and such, or say can see what no, I really don't care about what other people feel or think
Hmm.
about my tattoos because
Got you. So I got one question, then I'm gonna go to Sean. Like, cause you made me think about that. Like, with people, is your tattoo? Is they have like? do they is they design and detailish, or are they just like stick figures? Because you could have put a stick
Um,
figure car on you too.
no,
You
I
know.
have the one on my shoulder is very detailed. The
Mm.
one on the back of my ear is very detailed. The one that's under my armpit is very detailed. I mean, like I said, I do have some that are just little. Like I got a Mickey Mouse on my arm. You know what I mean? So I do have some that are just what they
What if
are.
they made the Mickey Mouse crooked and stuff, like his nose all crooked and stuff?
Nah, my God, that was I would have cried. I ain't
Can
gonna
I ask you,
cry. I would
Amara,
have
can I
cried.
ask you something? Under
Why
your
would you cry
arm?
though if it's for yourself?
Huh?
That hurt.
Because why are you an artist if you can't do a straight line?
I mean, it don't. It really don't matter if it's for yourself though. If it's a crooked looking,
Nah,
That
my
makes
God.
no sense. You
That
still want good
you know,
work.
it make
You
a
want
lot of
I
sense
still
quality.
though.
want it to look
If it's
good.
for
You want
yourself, you
quality.
know what it is. It
I
don't
still
matter.
want it to look good. I do not want to look like. I do
Yeah.
not want it to look
What
like
do
that.
look good mean though? Like
You
if
want
as long
quality
as you
work for you're paying for it.
as long as you can see that crooked car, it's gonna always
But
remind
that's
you
like
of that car that
asking.
hit you. It don't have to be detailish.
You're right, but that's in some way. But that's like asking me because I'm a cook. I'm a chef. That's like asking. That's of course the first thing I'm gonna ask you if you taste my macaroni and cheese. How did that taste? If you say it was alright, then that's just what you feel. It was alright. You know what I mean? But of course I'm gonna say it was the bomb because shit I made it. But if I don't satisfy your taste buds, then something is wrong with me because that's what I do. That's my job. So I don't know. I just don't feel like if you put a cricket Mickey Mouse on me, we're gonna have a problem.
It's okay to have standards
That
too. To
makes
say I
no
want
sense.
something to a certain standard. You're paying for it.
Oh, this is
Right? I
funny.
know
All
I'm
right,
paying for
that's
it, so
cool
yeah.
though. Yeah, I'm gonna think of more and more stuff though as y'all talk.
I
Y'all
bet
fill
you
me in.
are.
No.
This
The
is
one
funny
I
though.
just,
Could I say
the one,
something though, random? Everybody keeps mentioning how it's hidden, and I even mentioned it, but I feel like you could have a tattoo that everybody sees and it still doesn't have to be for everybody else.
no.
You
Of
know, I
course
think
you
that's
feel
important.
that way. All right, of course you feel that way.
Right? Yeah, I hear you.
I
But
have a good friend
yeah,
who,
everybody that's tatted up gonna feel that way. So I get it. Even though I'm tatted up, but I had to just come to reality at one point. But let me Sean, what
wait,
you got for me, man?
What up? What up, man? You
What
always
up?
causing problems, man.
Oh
All right,
yes.
all right. So I knew when I got my tattoos that other people was going to see them. That's obvious, right? Just like they're gonna see my tall ass body. There's nothing I could do about that, right?
they
So,
do that with me too. So,
huh?
how tall? How tall are you?
No questions. Not as playing. I'm 6'7", but even
Six
with
eight.
there's no way. How you gonna be go up one above me? And
You one up
come
too.
on, man.
The
Hey,
fuck? I'm
come
six
on.
eight.
Hey, yeah, okay. Anyway, uh, but I can say I knew people were going to see my tattoos, of course, right? I'm not oblivious to that. But all of my tattoos were inspired by others. Let me just also say that, right? And so I guess I don't know if that's a form of doing it for others or doing it for someone else, but my shit was inspired because the art that I have was on somebody else's wall. So I
No,
don't,
it's
I still,
50-50.
man, that
It's
man,
50-50. You like
Hold on
it.
real quick, Ron. Let Sean finish real quick.
you know I'm a mod up in this thing, man. I ain't trying to mute you, kid, bro. Yeah, yeah, I'm humble down here. Uh, yeah, so I wouldn't consider that me getting it for others. Like when I got them, I wasn't thinking of anyone. Like I got a Houston on my arm, right? Did I get that for Houston? I mean, do that count as someone? I don't think so. That's a goddamn place. Uh, I got Jesus on my arm. I mean, that's that's nah, I know you can't go against that. You know what I'm
So you
saying?
did it for
So,
Jesus.
nah, I ain't do it for Jesus because Jesus told us don't do this shit. See what I'm saying? I just proved you wrong. I just set you up. We're not supposed to mark our body, so I
We
definitely did it
not.
for
I
Jesus.
wonder why, and we
Yeah,
still
yeah.
did it.
Yeah, y'all still did. I'm rebellious like them bad motherfuckers. Um, yeah, so all of my shit, I pretty much it was inspired by others. And at one point when I seen other people have tattoos, I did like how the shit looked. I'm being honest all the way around.
Mm.
But my tattoos themselves was all because I wanted them and I liked them. I ain't think about nobody else in mind. Did I know people's gonna see them hoes? Yes. But did I do it for other people? No. If that's the case, and I'm gonna go because I feel like you going to their stream, I'm gonna do the same. That means that even when it comes to us as believers, because I'm gonna go that route with you real quick, we became leaders because somebody else. We didn't do it on our own. Somebody introduced us to Jesus. We
Yeah.
didn't have it on us
Yep.
already. So
That's true.
that means that everything in life everybody doing it for someone else. Eventually, if you
It,
go off that
I think
logic,
the
right?
core is going to get to that. The core
Okay,
is
okay,
going
I
to
know
be
your ass be
based to
doing.
that.
You think you slick? Okay, I
Yeah,
know
that's
what you
gonna be
be
the
doing.
core though, and people gonna realize it's always gonna be that. Because even that, like you accept, you talk about God, and it ain't just for self all the time. You know, you want other people to get converted. You want to show them how amazing God is, and you doing it for God. That's another person. That's another person besides yourself. But even though you're not a person, but I'm just saying that's something outside of yourself that you're doing it for. You know, you do it for your ancestors. All that stuff is doing it for something else. You know, it ain't just for yourself. That's why I said not self alone. You know, that's why I had to throw that on because I know I put self on there, but I threw alone at the end just so people
Nah,
can really understand where I'm coming from. I don't think nothing is just come
I'm
out of
thinking,
nowhere. Even the
nah.
influence.
I'm the
You
white
you threw a
superhero.
long, yeah, you threw a long on there so you can, tight walk across it. Come on now.
Yeah, I don't think. I think it could be for self, but it's still gonna be something else outside of self that did it. So it could be for self at the originally or whatever we could say, but it's still for our self, and it's still gonna be either for approval of something else or um uh validation or whatever. It's like because like my thing is, and it's on open panel or not, but my thing is that uh if we were really doing things for self, we would not care about other people's opinion. We say it out loud though, but you could tell out loud that sound cool. Overall, that's the biggest lie we could tell anybody. Say out loud, everybody be like, "I don't care about what others think." That's a lie. That's why you wouldn't get pissed off if somebody didn't think different from you. So that's a lie that we all convinced ourselves to. That's some stuff I've been saying since we was kids and stuff. But yes, we do care, especially if it's something that was helping us, validate us, or whatever. We're gonna care when it happened. Then we care about compliments. But all of a sudden we say we don't care when it's degrading and stuff. We care. We just care a little less, or we try to care less. Or usually the negative overpower the positive. So we can think about this one thing somebody said negative about us, and then they overpower all the positive. But overall, yeah, I think that's a lot we always tell ourselves though, 'cause we care. We
I
still
think
care.
But I
I
think
think
how,
I think
but you're on the fence though. How you gonna say like it's not just for self? Then you want to add in, so that's you straddling the fence.
What?
And, you know,
What part? Only?
no, when you add not just self alone.
Yeah, that's been up there all this time. So it ain't
Right?
like I
No,
just put it in there.
no. I know that. What I'm saying is you straddling the fence though.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I'm saying the thing is, no, it's not straddling the fence. It's just because we gonna get to the things where people do stuff for self, right? That's why I broke it down earlier. I believe that health is always for self. You're not doing it for the validation of others and all the other stuff. And the
I'm at
body type or how you want to be shaped and stuff, that's always usually for others because you know people gonna perceive you or see you a certain way, or you like it. You like the way it look, and even the base of that, you like something because, and you know, eventually if somebody else gonna see what you like, it's still you like it and you think others gonna like it. I'm put it that way. There you go. I'm put it that way.
And
And
I
then
feel
if
like
people,
that
because if everybody in the world did not like it and you like it, that's kind of rare to even go through. I don't even think humans even like that, whatever. But
it
yeah,
is.
you like it for some reason. Everybody likes something for some reason. Or they interested in something because of some reason or whatever.
But
But
I feel like that's such a broad statement because if that's the case, nobody has self love, no type of self esteem, self worth. Some people really love and appreciate the way that they look, shape, and build.
yeah,
And if
there's some
they,
stuff in there. I didn't say that everything. That's why That's why Donald Trump is some things you do for self. It's some things we do for others, but a lot of times we mix what we doing for others and call it for self, and then everybody try to get away with that. And people like to go sway with. I mean, like to be like, well, how you gonna tell me? That mean everybody in this world can get away with that. How you gonna tell me? You know what I'm saying? But I do believe in some things through action or vetting or paying attention, we could tell when people doing stuff for others versus doing it for themselves.
and
You
that's
know, but
facts.
we gonna get to it though.
That's not true.
Because otherwise, that means just stay quiet. That means never say anything.
That's
Never make a guess. Never make judgments. Because people can just come up with I think mouth and say, "Well, you can't tell me" or something like that. Well, that
I
means we
mean
should never talk.
I make judgments when I see certain people, but then I always check myself like that's none of my business, and whatever they do with their life is what they do with their life.
Yeah,
That's
everybody
always.
not you.
Yeah, I know everybody ain't me. That's why I said what I just said. I just said me.
but that's the same problem too because I'm from the old generation. I'm talking about mid '60s. Yeah, we had a rope outside the door, so we walked in. Try it now. Your house is empty. At that time, not so much. You walked in. If I was truck driver for a while, I walked in, and before I was at my home, I was fat. I was drunk. The only thing I had to do was shower and go to bed. Those days are over.
I thought
Uh,
about something else.
oh,
Um,
so
y'all think when people smoke uh them cigars and stuff, them fat old cigars, you think they doing it for themselves?
Uh, if they choose to.
yeah, yeah, they
How do
do.
you know that?
Listen,
Do
It's
you
they
I
go
got.
health.
do a
It's they
lot of I
young.
was wondering this. I want to ask this question though. That's probably why a lot of people
Oh,
uh
you're
get
not
tricked,
totally
right?
wrong. I
So
got a couple. I
how
got a.
do you everybody go off people words only
No.
and just believe it?
Mm.
I mean,
Action.
when it's something personal about themselves, yeah, because I can't negate that. How can I prove that
Oh,
wrong? How can I
yeah, that's
make that?
why. Okay.
But wait, how can you make that a fact? It's not it's no way
It's
you
just
can
a
logically
judgment.
say
Mm.
yeah. So
Yeah,
but judgment
Yeah,
is a judgment is an opinion.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
So therefore, they're not trying to make it a fact.
yeah. But I
that's
think
what
you
I
open to
feel.
getting
That's what
tricked on
I
your all your
think
life.
from a
Then, if that's the
person,
case, if you
or
can never make a judgment on
Right,
that,
right.
You can make a judgment, but a judgment is just your outlook or opinion on something else.
yeah,
look,
and
we're
either
on
gonna be right or
internet.
wrong.
But we're on internet now. Did I meet you? No. Do I know you? No. The first time I know you is when I shake your hand. Then I gonna know you. Internet is bullshit.
But
It's for entertainment. Do you not see the whole point?
Of
I
course,
think I think whenever it's certain people, it's just some stuff is opinion based, and you'll never be able to point out if it's real or not. The only thing you can point out is factuals. And at the end of the day, even if you sit here and argue somebody down, like, no, you got that tattoo because of this and the third. If that was never their reasoning in getting that tattoo, then
there you
technically
go.
you're
There you
wrong.
go.
Yeah, because people love to project. That's what they're doing.
Yeah,
And
Listen,
they're
like
like,
technically you're wrong.
Oh, well, the goal is not to like prove like wrong or bad or this or that. I think it's more like motivate some conversation and like some thought or because regardless, everybody has an opinion because you don't know 90-80% of the people or whatever you say you speak upon, you don't know the truth about any of it.
Hmm.
I
So
just I
yeah,
just
most
love to
of it
make
is
one
opinion.
comment.
Life is opinion based. The majority of it.
I want to make one comment. Is that this is the first, pretty much all Americans, I can say,
Damn, being it.
and I'm pretty much the white chocolate here. Problem, pretty much, I think. This is the first uh, time that I can just put my opinion across without shouting. Did you see the podcast going and swiping? I'm not even coming in. Are you nuts? Those people are out there, Why shout to each other? There's no upside in that. If you shout over
hey,
somebody else.
touche, hey, touche. When you showed that picture, you was doing it for yourself, or you got to prove something. Oh, I swear, the deeper we get into this conversation, it's gonna get proof.
my last tattoo was a good friend of mine is Maori, and he brought me home to the Maori Islands. You don't want to do it like that. Please do not do it like that. That's with
So are you from? Where are you from? Ireland or?
I'm half Canadian, half Netherlands.
Mm,
I got a company in the Netherlands. I'm from, well, a prominent family of the Netherlands, so I'm a white boy.
mm, that
Hey, we not about to let that slide. Do y'all believe?
quiet.
Let's say this though. Do y'all believe trying to prove something to someone else? Is that for self or for others?
Oh, that's for self all day.
That's for
Okay.
yourself. I don't ever prove anything for somebody else.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay.
When you say prove, you mean more than just give an explanation. Like if you keep going on about it, then that's
Mm.
proving, trying to prove it, right?
It's like
I,
somebody try to say, "I'm trying to prove that I'm a good man," or "I'm about to prove that."
Oh, okay. Okay. In that case, yeah. Okay. I got a company. Okay. I put you to work. Prove it.
Mm.
Okay. When you at your job, you trying to prove you're the best worker.
No, no. I'm not saying
This is for
come on
self.
time. Don't bullshit. Don't do this. Don't do that. Be a formidable guy. I have to look at for promotion. Yeah. Prove yourself. Not just showing up, but doing all of it.
Mhm.
so that's for someone else. Is that what you're saying, or for self?
Hmm.
Same. Yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't
So
make it.
what it is? What I noticed the base of this stuff. So I get it, right? We could say that okay, it's for you could say it's for pride or whatever it is, right? To make yourself confidence, right? But I always say I look at it that if your confidence
I'm
is
proud what I
still
built. I'm proud what I built from scratch, from
yeah,
nothing.
so a lot of I'm saying a lot of our confidence is built off of trying to get
Overcome.
validation from others. Like even if you right or wrong, right? Or if you're right or wrong by this other person,
No,
it still
it's
take
nothing.
another
No,
outside for you
I'm
to
proud
get
of
this.
myself. I'm
Hold
proud
on,
of
Ron. Hold on,
myself.
Ron. Hold on.
Hold on, sir. Let the host speak, please.
Oh, I'm
Please.
sorry. Sorry, help.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry,
just
help.
trying to get some. Yeah, I'm just trying to get to the main point that even I can see the part that's why I put not self alone, right? A lot of even when we get influence and all that stuff, we think things might look good, we it still took somebody outside of ourselves to, because like a lot of our thoughts don't even just come from out of nowhere. It might have like, all right, I might want to do that because I seen somebody do that or whatever, but it's still like it still take um I don't know how to put it. It's like a mix. It's so mixed to say it. Like it's like you still need others for you to get this thing
Absolutely.
within yourself or whatever. So it's like you still doing it. Okay, maybe
Okay,
I
so
don't want to say for others then, right? So
No, no,
maybe
no,
you're
no.
doing it. You
I
need
know what
others.
host. I know
You
what you
need
want to say.
others for yourself. Maybe that's probably what it is.
okay,
Because
so
I pay other people to work for me, so I need others.
Because every overall, like if we was being in reality, I think so. If we talk about this, right? If we talking about for self in that way, right? Because I guess I'm not viewing it from that way, right? I think everything is for self, right? Because we know even like when others is in, it's still gonna be back for self. We can still say that. But I think the
Hmm.
angle I'm coming from is that the fact that we need others, uh,
Always.
You
we
need
need
others
others,
for.
huh?
You need others for.
You need others for yourself to
Ah.
feel good. Yeah. What?
No, but but it's all ties back into self.
You just repeated what I just said. That's what I just said.
I
That's what I
know
said.
I know I repeated it because you just said it and you finally admitted it.
That's why it wasn't an admit. It's just it
Okay.
wasn't even an admit thing. It's me looking at me actually thinking or correcting myself actually. But I'm saying that the angle, because I hear everybody's angle where they coming from. I don't think the word for should have been in there then. So
What?
No, no.
It's still the
You,
main word
you,
is self
you,
though. The
no,
main
so
but
word is self.
no, yeah, yeah,
no, no, no,
but
no, no.
yeah,
He
I
was
think okay, I
trying
get that right.
choosing
The
his
self
words.
part.
He was trying
What
choosing his words wisely, and there's
So what
nothing
I'm
wrong.
getting to is that I think everything. That's just like when people be saying I'm selfless, right? A lot everything is selfish for the most part. So that would kind of contradict that I believe everybody's inherently selfish, right? That everything is selfish. Then here go the counter. No, I'm actually selfless. No, that's that's what everybody tend to do. So that would, if I dig deep into this, that would counter my beliefs that everybody is selfish, or internally
True.
for self, everything for self. Like even when you see somebody else's smile, it still make yourself feel good. So I think that's everybody. That's really everybody.
I
Everybody
believe
is
that. I believe that
So
selfish
me,
is a double meaning word, and I think some people look at selfish as a negatory
they do for
word.
the most part. Yeah, I can see that though. Or
And
you know,
also depends on how it's used and what it's pertaining to. Because I think everybody, no matter who, has selfish ways about something in their life. And you can
I,
also have
yeah, every
selfless ways
I went
about
to
a lot of things.
therapy, and I had to fill out a lot of forms and a lot of discussions. Yet they said,
all right, man. All right.
He was pouring
I
his
don't want to wait on
coffee.
other stuff. All right, so um, yeah. So the more I guess I'm thinking about it differently. Like I said, it's not. I think everything do always go back to self, regardless, right? Because we only
Hmm.
operate off ourselves for how we feel. We gonna choose things for what we think that ourselves is gonna make ourselves feel better and stuff, or whatever. I guess I'm looking at it from a validation thing, right? A lot of the times we look for outside validation to uh help ourselves, or and that's just in general, right? Because that's like a lot of us, we need God, you know what I'm saying? So we need, you know different things. So it's different stuff or whatever, but I think it will go back to self, regardless. So because that's why the more I keep thinking about it, it will counter what I believe about humans in general. Then if I would say, if it's not for self, but that's why I had to throw the
Well,
alone in there, is that like even inspiration, like we wouldn't have thought about it if it wasn't for or for it being on somebody else, right? Or we wouldn't have, because
So
we get inspired in so many ways, or disgusted in so many different ways, but we disgusted because of somebody else,
so
even.
you can be inspired, but your inspiration for whatever it is at the end goal is going back to self.
I
Like,
said that.
but,
so I think so.
Kev,
I
let me
Yeah.
think the
finish.
word
Listen
you're
to what I'm
looking for is
saying.
self
When people say,
perseverance.
like, people could say like, "Hey, I watched Michael Vick coming up as a football player, right? He inspired me, but he inspired me to be great." That's for self. That's not for nobody else. Like, it's
Yeah,
for
I
self.
agree with that. I agree with that. That's
Yeah,
why
so self perseverance is the
I get
word.
it. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
So are you
But
saying that us as people, we could only be selfish, and that we can never have space to be selfless? That doesn't really exist.
like I said, you don't like that way. First, you wanted to be the opposite way. You was doing it for
Uh,
self. Now you don't want to do it for self. That's why I
No,
wanted
because
to see if
no,
people was gonna twist
I
their
want
stuff up. They said, "Nah, I'm not being
No, I'm
far right."
asking you.
So
I'm
I
asking
think,
you.
yeah, I think the root is always going to go back to self all the time, just because that's how we're humans. Is
So when
We're
you take
human,
care
so
of your
yes, it's always gonna go
children,
back to self. Even
so
when we want to see somebody smile, even when we give good information out or something like that, it still make us feel a certain way, or we like the feeling, we like the dopamine effect, all that stuff or whatever. So it's always gonna go back to self, regardless. We
so
just can't help it.
when you take care of your kids, is that a selfish act?
You said what?
Raising, nurturing your children, is that a selfish act to you or selfless act?
It's a selfless act, yes, but you
How
still
does
doing
that
it.
come
It
back to
was,
you?
huh?
How you think that
But if you
the
didn't take care of your kid, then how would yourself feel?
Yeah, but that's not what drives you to take care of your
Right.
kids.
I'm not talking about that. So I'm not talking about the drive. We get it, right? I said the drive can be, but the drive is always going to lead back to yourself, regardless. Because you're going to either feel bad about yourself, or you're going to feel good about yourself,
So you're saying
regardless. It's going to go back to self. Nobody
if you
don't
didn't
do
feel
like we
bad
all got
about it,
feelings. We go,
if you
huh?
didn't, if you don't feel bad about it, if you have no moral conscience about it, do you think that the only driving force for people to take care of their kids is because no matter what, it's going to be a selfish
Because
thing
they
at the end
either
of
know
the
they're
day?
gonna look bad about it, or they, some people gonna might demonize them. They go back to that thing I was talking about, where people be saying that I don't care, and I said that's a lie. That's literally a lie. You cannot say that. Oh, I don't care about negative comments. I don't care, but you care about positive comments. Just like people be saying words don't hurt. That's a lie too. You know what I'm saying? If it can motivate, it also can hurt. So I think this thing that we trying to convince ourselves that we can't. That's no. I think just us being, that's part of another human thing. We sometimes we can't help but care. You know. So that's why we felt. That's why we want stuff. Like I said, even simple disagreements. Notice people only say they don't care when they lose or when they gave up or whatever, but you cared enough to even engage with it for a long time, right? But as soon as your point they get across, now you say I don't care. No, you cared if they would have agreed with you, but you don't care now because they don't agree. So that's just what it is. Like that's how humans are. We can't help it.
But that's not, no, you can't just say that's just what it is and leave it at that at all. Because I think that even with you saying it, like that's a broad statement to say that
Okay, some
everything,
stuff is broad. That's what I'm just saying.
and
Whatever.
that's fine though. But listen though, saying that everything that some white people or individual that they do,
Y'all actually made me change my prompt around, and y'all don't even like that because I actually wanted. I'm gonna keep it the same way though. But
yeah, but that's fine though. So what? And like I said, every time because nobody heard the word self perseverance at all, because a lot of things that you do is this is what should be done and how you should do it. You cannot say the fact that you said people take care of their kids and do this because they'll be looked at in a certain way. That is insane.
Yeah, I would like to think that's insane because I feel like if you told people, all parents, look, you're not gonna do any jail time and nobody's gonna judge you if you don't take care of your kids. Do you think that a lot of them would just stop doing it? I don't think so. I feel like there's something more
do you
to it
take?
than
Why you
just
don't
being
take care of
selfish.
strangers' kids?
Because they're not my kids.
Yeah, so it's still tied to you. That word Maya
And
already.
it's
You just
not
said it
I'm,
though.
though.
I'm saying there has to be a
So
selfless
it's still
element to
tied to
it.
yourself regardless.
It is
That's why.
not.
That's why I asked that because if that was the case, you just be taking care of all kids. So
But
you know
but
it's tied
listen
to you
though,
in some type
not
of way.
not saying listen, not saying that
So it's
you
not really.
wouldn't.
It's never going to be just selfish. It's never
Yo,
going. I mean,
not
selfless. It's never
saying
going to be just selfless. You know it ties to you.
Like if it wasn't my responsibility, you
that's a
think that I wouldn't do
selfless
it.
act if you do things for other people. Not saying that you would not.
Selfless
Who
is
can,
thinking. Selfless is well, a selfless act will be doing something and not expecting something back. But if
duh,
you put into your child, you're going to get your results or whatever you're trying to get. You're
that
gonna get
is
something out of it.
not
You're not, or
guaranteed
you.
at all.
I'm just saying,
Would
the
you
point
would
of
you
you.
take care of a random child?
If I saw a random child in need of care, like
No,
randomly in front of me, like I wouldn't turn my eye on it, you know.
no, no.
Uh,
So
No. I want to hear the whole.
I would do the selfless thing and step in because it
Yeah, but
Okay,
doesn't
I want.
serve me.
I kind of think of it like this: nothing is absolute. So it can be times where you are selfless, but it's also you can be selfish, right? Just
Yeah, there are
how
times.
people, just how people are say you're either useful in this world or you're useless in this world.
Right.
Both of those don't sound good, right? But
But
it's
that's
true.
because they're users. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
but
users.
but you're useful or you're useless.
Yeah, so users.
No, that's just overall. If you could
So
not, if you can,
users.
okay.
I don't see anything wrong with being called useful
But I need for the host.
I'll
personally.
be cool. I'll be cool with useful.
What you
I'd
want
rather
me to
be useful
address,
than
team?
useless.
I need to hear you said
What?
that basically like parents you wouldn't do it. People didn't think, you feel like you'll be looked at as you're not, like a great parent or this,
It's
that.
many different reasons. But like I said, it's still your child though, regardless. So you're gonna have some ties to it,
Yeah.
regardless. So you're gonna feel a certain way. Like, yeah. So no matter what, yeah, it's gonna go back to yourself because you're gonna either feel bad that you didn't do something. You're gonna either feel good. So it's gonna go back to that regardless. It's something else you can't help.
There's not because a lot
But
of people
I'm sorry.
a lot of acts are done because of their children. Not caring what people think, what they have to say.
You care what your
Don't
child think, right?
No. You wanna know why? Because I raised my children to be grateful, thankful, appreciative. So therefore, I know they're not. No matter what, they're gonna
Do you
be
celebrate
thankful.
Mother's Day?
Are you saying is it important to
I'm
me?
asking you. Yeah, I'm asking you. Do you celebrate Mother's Day?
Yeah, I celebrate my mother. I do.
I'm saying, do you? Not just your mother. I'm saying you. Like, do you celebrate for yourself?
No, my kids, my children celebrate for me because
Okay,
I
so
don't.
if they, how would you feel if they didn't celebrate you? Or
I never thought about that because they
right?
always do.
Okay. So what if they don't and just say it's another day?
You know, I don't feel like they would.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
I don't think she would stop being the mother that she is, even if
No,
they
don't talk
didn't
for
give
her.
her the
She can answer for
validation.
herself. You ain't gotta talk.
But that's the thing though. If you don't get the
Okay,
validation, it's not gonna stop her.
okay, hold on. Let me. Okay, so let's just say throw it up in there. If they did, fine, it's cool with me. Just say one of them a three had graduations, birthday, whatever. After that, you think I wouldn't show up? You think I wouldn't
No, I'm not saying
balloon?
that.
I,
I'm not
I,
saying that. I'm just saying you will care though. I'm just getting to that point about the care part. It's gonna be a part where you gonna care. You care what your kids do and don't do. Oh, you say back at the court, all right, babe.
I never said that I don't.
No, I'm just saying, and it goes back. That's what I'm saying. The fact of you caring, that's where it come back to the
That's because
self.
I care for
That's
them.
a self thing.
Okay.
So let me get taps in real quick. See what you got for me. What's this?
Mm.
How everybody doing?
What's up, man? How you feeling?
So we answering the prompt.
Yeah, we just on the first part. Everyone get tattoos for others, not just for self only, alone.
I feel like some people get tattoos just because they want to. Um, name okay. So what about the people that get tattoos dedicated to their favorite TV show?
So they doing it for their favorite TV show. They're not
No.
doing it.
So when you say everyone gets tattoos for others, that to me sounds like I'm getting a tattoo for my fiance or for my daughter.
Yeah, anything outside of yourself that you're doing it for
So what if I'm getting a tattoo just because I like anime?
because you like anime.
Yeah. Not because the person that recently passed loved anime, so I'm gonna get a whole sleeve in their
Okay.
honor.
Thank you. Thank
But it's
you.
like I just like anime,
Thank
so
you.
I'm gonna get me a tattoo
Can
for
you
anime.
be all right?
What the heck going on? You muted?
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't know.
Yeah. So you had to. So you said you like anime that much that you had to get it tatted on you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, in some cases, yeah. I
And
mean, I
did
don't
you
have
did
any
it tatted
tat-
on you with no intent, no thoughts of somebody else seeing it, or you knew somebody was gonna see it eventually?
Um, hold on. Ask that one more time.
I'm just saying, when you got the tattoo, did you expect anybody else to see it, or you just uh, or you
I
knew
mean,
somebody eventually was gonna see it?
of course, somebody gonna
Yeah.
eventually see it, but like that don't really translate to me getting the tattoo for me to show it off to people. I just wanted the tattoo to get the
Because it thought it'd
tattoo.
make you, it'll make you
Like for
look
instance,
cooler
I
and
don't
shit.
have any tattoos, but I already said like if I with my first tattoo would be a fucking an anime tattoo. It'd be Nagato pain.
Hmm.
But I don't know anybody of well I ain't gonna say I don't know nobody immediate, but I wouldn't dedicate that tattoo to nobody but myself. To
Hmm.
me that person that character symbolized me. And since Nagato Pain is a fictional character, he doesn't count as a other.
And you do know that really just recently that like not it's been a few years now that tats even become like even acceptable, so I don't think people got it to worry about for somebody else because it's always been a negative thing, it hasn't been accepted.
Now, if I was getting that same tattoo for the person that to honor the person that created Naruto, then I would be getting a tattoo for others.
Mhm. so
Hmm.
so it, there's
Did you
always
ever get
been
a
like a
tattoo to have
positive.
to eventually explain it to somebody?
Um, did I have I ever got, well, I don't have any tattoos, so but we're gonna speak on that. We're gonna think like I do have tattoos just for the sake of the conversation. So answer
Right.
the question one more time. Ask the question one more time.
So well, I guess basically getting to is that you get a lot of tattoos we get, we know eventually we gonna have to explain it to somebody when they see it.
I mean, you don't necessarily have to. I mean, if your tattoo drives a person's curiosity, then yeah, because a person could come up to you and say, "Why would you put a bumper sticker on a Bentley?" You know, they can have certain views on tattoos and why they feel like they don't need or people shouldn't have tattoos. So that'll spark
Mm.
curiosity. Like, hey, why would you mark your body?
But you don't have tattoos, so
No, we're speaking as if I do though. So we're gonna
mhm.
pretend like I have an entire sleeve because one day I will. But like I said, I do
So
want a tattoo.
I guess I think about it in a way like if it's blind people, right? Like what how would that even like if they say they was doing this tattoo for themselves and they can't even see it, like what would be the point?
But
Sometimes people get tattoos.
They just
Um,
want to feel the pain, like, oh yeah, okay.
sometimes it is
but it
sometimes
doesn't
it's
make sense though. Like they're not getting it not to see it. You're gonna see it.
no. He's talking about if the person is blind.
Yeah, I heard him, sir.
Well,
I don't.
you think blind people don't like to like dress well or look nice, even though they can't see it?
But who told you you look
They like to
Hey
nice?
feel. I'm
everyone.
saying they want to feel that way. So isn't
I'm
that
saying
like
who told you you look nice though? Somebody had to tell us that.
if they're blind, they could still want to feel good about themselves by,
Feel.
hygiene and putting an outfit together and just feeling a way. It doesn't have to be for anybody
You
else.
you can look nice without nobody telling you you look nice. Now that ain't no good example.
No, his
Hell,
logic
I
is how do
That's
you
not
know
a
you
good
look
example.
nice?
I got one.
Right, Tab.
Actually, I got two tattoos, and I and
Don't
they rarely seen. I got one tattoo because my father is deceased, and I got the other tattoo that's on my foot. Literally, I mostly have on socks unless in the summertime when I wear my feet out. Other than that, nobody really sees it. I'm not over here trying to advertise it like that or nothing like that. I liked the picture. I put it on my leg. It meant something to me. I like music, so I got music notes. That's it. So
See,
it
her
had no,
tattoo
So for the
is
people with
for
tattoos, right? Have
yeah,
you ever got into a point in your life where, because you say you do it for yourself, right?
yeah.
You got to a point in your life that you forgot you got tattoos on you.
yeah.
Yeah, I think every tattoo person that did that. I'm just trying to be funny real quick.
But it ain't being funny. I don't know. I haven't.
Oh,
no,
so
I
every
no,
time you
for
wake up, you
sure.
like, ooh, this right here.
I ain't ever did that. I
I
have
ain't
That
ever
makes
never,
me feel
did
that
that.
makes me feel better about my tattoos though, because
but it's not.
if I'm getting a tattoo to remember somebody and I'm already forgetting things, I'm glad I tatted it on me, right? Like it makes me feel validated in my decision in getting
So
tatted.
that's the only way you can remember somebody is about looking at a tattoo on your body. Maybe it was never meant for you to remember.
No,
What do
never
you?
said
If it's
that.
a
You have
family
multiple.
member, time passes. Like
You have multiple things how to express yourself. You don't have to do it for nobody else. You did it for yourself. The whole purpose of what you
Yeah,
saying is
everything
getting
for
a
yourself
tattoo, doing it
nowadays
for.
with everybody.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
That's what
but
they
you
claim.
cannot
You know,
say
it's for
that everything
myself.
is there for
you,
I
you
somebody
got
can't
this.
else
trust.
I
either.
got
You
this
can't
tongue
trust your
pierced for
emotions.
myself.
Okay, maybe
I ain't got none of that.
well, maybe they did.
I
And
got earrings for myself.
okay, maybe
So
I
why
they
got
did
a
did.
you? I
chain
mean,
for
if you get your hair
myself.
did and you get up in the morning, do you do that for yourself?
That's what
I
I'm
wear
saying.
this
When
hat
you
for
wash your ass,
myself.
is you doing it for yourself? Because I'm doing it for myself.
All right, so
Please don't do
question
the.
for you.
Please,
Oh, okay.
y'all about to
I'm
compare the
just saying.
hygiene. Hygiene,
I'm
No,
that's
just,
no,
crazy.
no, no,
I'm
no,
just
We
no.
keep
So
saying.
comparing
You saying I'm
hygiene
doing it for
to that's
myself.
actually unhealthy. It can actually make you lose your teeth.
It
When you
doesn't
get dirty, you
matter.
can
Like
get
people still don't want to
sicknesses.
do it.
So
They
that's
doing it for
different.
themselves
hey,
though.
question,
You're not
host.
going to be sick for not putting a tattoo on you. You're not going to
Okay,
get
Que-
sick out
okay.
of
Question,
it.
question for you, host.
So it's not about.
What's up,
Okay,
Tap?
now you want to go to that. It up that.
Do you wear your glasses for other people?
So no, I wear my glasses because I can't see. So it's a health issue.
Exactly.
It's a
For
health thing.
yourself. I mean,
Huh?
it's for yourself though. Like,
Yeah,
you wear
that's
your
literally
glasses.
for myself and to see other people, if you want to
Yeah,
say that.
but
But yeah,
um,
I gotta be able to move and drive and stuff. So yes, that's more on the health things. That's why I say health things is not comparable to something that you can live without.
no, no, no.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not
I
necessarily
wouldn't get
comparing
far if I
it.
didn't have glasses. I'd probably run into some stuff. I wouldn't be able to
So,
function right
so,
without glasses.
so, what about the style of glasses that you pick? You pick them
The
because
style,
it's for
yes, I
yourself.
like that. That will be, and I love that question. That's for everybody else. I'm a person that can admit it. It's hard for a lot of people.
Yeah, it worked the same way with tattoos. Some tattoos is for yourself, while other tattoos can be for other people.
Huh?
The same, I said some tattoos are for yourself, while other tattoos are for other people. They are in
I get
dedication.
you on that. I get you. I don't know the halfway, but like I said, you can't compare. Those are not compared. Like glasses and tattoos, two different things. Like you can still see without no tattoo. You can still function. You can still wash up. You can drive a car. You can do You can do everything without a tattoo. You can
Oh yeah,
literally
for sure.
can
You
though.
can't
That's like
trust your
telling a
own memory
person.
over time.
That's like
Over
telling a
time, your
person
memory
that why
fades.
you got a prosthetic leg. Well, he can function more better in life with a prosthetic leg. Like that's different. You know what I'm saying? So
But the idea the idea to get something tatted is to like it's a dedication.
it's
It's a proof on what something meant and how much something meant to you. Like it's permanently on my body now. So it's like this was a big deal for me. Whether time can go by, I'm gonna end up forgetting. It's not even about time. It's just about the declaration. It's a martyr. It's a martyr hypothetically. More than
I look
hypothetically.
at it this way: if something was really meant for you, you would never forget it. If that was the case, like you should. And I think these are now this. I'm could get this way though, because this seemed like it's more of excuses just to get a tattoo when tattoos didn't even have to exist at one point. You know, so I just feel like people making up anything now.
Nah,
That's just like
tattoos has
they
always
talk
been a
about.
part.
If we was to talk about AB, right, that never exists. You know what I'm saying? But now because it exists at one point, now they like. Well, I need it. It's a need. This the way I express myself. This the way I can this the way I can control. When you can simply close your legs, right? You don't have to have smicks, but they say uh abort. You know, I got to, so some stuff because it got presented. Now we tied ourselves to it and say that we needed it. Or this is the way we express ourselves now.
I
But
mean,
like I said, a lot of stuff just.
tattooing isn't
Hmm?
a new thing. Tattooing has been around for thousands of years now.
Yeah, I can
Back,
feel that. I can feel that.
But
dating
I
back
get
to
that though.
the
But it had to
Egyptians.
been around because they say well even in like in religions you ain't supposed to get tatted, so it had to been around for a minute. Shoot, the religion. I mean, jury been around for a while though, but a lot of that stuff usually before outside reasonings, and then people tie whatever That the thing is, it's a convincing thing. People try to convince themselves, you know, uh, convince themselves of certain things and then tell other people, oh, that's just the way I think. You can't tell me so. That's whatever. Like that's like somebody trying to be gaslighting, right? It's like a gaslighting thing when somebody try to convince you something that you could flat out see that that they did it, and they try to convince otherwise. And some people fall for it, some people don't.
Okay, yeah, you see it the way you see. I see your point of view on it. You kind of look at it like the whole dread situation. Like if you think of the hairstyle dreads, it used to mean something, and then everybody started
Yeah.
popping out with dreads, and
Yeah.
now it's like, are you wearing dreads because of the hairstyle or because of the what it means?
Yes. And they
But
made meaning behind that. Somebody had to create that and made meaning behind it, and now people tying themselves to that and say that, well, this is my meaning or whatever. But like I said, I'm glad I heard that a bunch of times. Somebody said uh they said that, oh man, what the heck? I just got a brain fart that fast though. They just said something. Dang. They said I forgot. I don't remember. It'll come back. Somebody
so how you
said
feel
something.
about the Samoan women and their chin tattoos?
And they what?
Their chin tattoos. They get their
Yeah, so
mouth and chin.
it's a
It's a
culture
ritual
thing,
thing.
right?
Yeah, it's culture.
Yeah, culture thing. So yes, that make them feel more part of their culture because the rest of the other people was doing it. So that's their way of tying or whatever rituals they put behind it. That's it's still not for self. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, nobody. This is my main thing. No kid is born saying I want a tattoo. They
So it's
don't work like that.
so is the
It came from
idea.
somewhere, and we tie our beliefs to whatever this is. That's all that really is.
So it sounds like the idea of self and selfless is a matter of perception. So you could easily perceive the Samoan women, as that being a part of her culture, whereas though somebody else that's not of the Samoan culture getting tattoos, you
Yeah,
could be
because they
like,
seen
hey.
everybody. They seen everybody else with it. They never. It came from somewhere,
So
and they was like,
what if the person? what if you're not? What if you're not familiar with the person's culture, or you're not familiar with the person's bloodline? Everybody, every first son of their family has some sort of tattoo somewhere on their body. So, do we perceive it as just being another tattoo for others, or do we identify it as being a part of their culture? It's a matter of perception.
I either way, they doing it. Something sparked that idea in their head. It's just something that made them want to do it. Either they wanted to look different from the next person, or they wanted it to look the same. It's one of the two.
Or it's a part of their culture. Because we
Yeah,
could say the
you can
same
say
thing
that
about
too. Yeah, you
the
can say that
Samoan
too.
women.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
maybe the first person that started it in the Samoan culture just wanted to look different from everybody
They
else.
wanted to look different. That's what I'm saying. And then everybody else may have followed, because they see. So that's what it is. And each of them is usually come from looking at other people and saying, I'm either look the same or look different. Because nobody just come with this idea out of, which I can hardly believe that. It'll be like, you know what? I'm going to do this out of nowhere. Usually, I think a lot of stuff that was, usually a lot of stuff had to probably happen back then. It might have been because of a survival tactics or something like that. Maybe you had to spread some blood on your eye to get these snakes away from you. So I don't know, whatever. You might have to camouflage. Usually it be outside influences that cause you to make these suggestions. Because like I said, you got to just a naked mind. You don't just think out of nowhere like I'm gonna put this on my body or something like that. So something caused that for you to want to put this on your body.
I mean, that's not
So, but why would
necessarily
your
true.
mind be naked though?
As a kid, I'm thinking about it as a kid. You don't have your own thought.
Oh
You
yeah,
don't
the
just
child.
develop your own thoughts out of nowhere. You get inspired from your parents first, or whatever you see or influence you. Like even
But that
the way
that
we
applies
talk
to
now,
everything though.
we don't originate the way we talk. Like we only talk in English now because we got brought up English. If we was brought up somewhere else in the world, we've been adapting to their world, and then be like, oh, I think this way, but like I said, I don't think nothing new. Nothing new. We just remix a little bit. We remix it the way we say it now, but we still got a little bit of somebody in us. We might have our own thoughts of how we want to express it, but we still got a little bit of the way we talk, the way we walk, the act, or whatever. It's still inspired by somebody or conditioned from somebody else.
Right, but that's called influence. Like, how can you not? You're gonna have influence, but
Yeah,
that
you don't have
doesn't
it.
mean that you don't have like your
You
own
got it right.
thoughts, your own mind. Because nobody in my family, no one ever had any tattoos to influence me to do that.
You said what? Oh my bad. I was reading the comments.
So like nobody has ever had an original thought. Everything has come from somebody else. Just because
I
you're
believe so.
influenced
Yeah, I believe
something
so. Yeah, and then
That's not
even
true.
is
So where do
nobody
you think
doesn't exist.
yeah, that's what I'm
inventions
saying. So even there, I was about to get to that. That yes, that still came from looking at something else and either trying to be different from it or trying to either enhance something that they already seen or what it came from somewhere.
we're,
Like the first airplane, right? They probably
we're
thought
speaking
about that.
about
Like what could,
inventions though, sir.
huh?
Things that weren't invented before. We're speaking on inventors.
Right.
These things did not exist before.
Right. But the idea still came from outside influences. You don't just think about airplane without thinking about what you can do in it or something or what can make my life easier or whatever it is. It's something that inspired it. You don't be born out of come out as a baby and say airplane. It don't come out. It came from
Yeah,
somewhere. Something
you
influenced
could
it.
exactly.
But
You
the
could be
invention though was done on your own. Even if
Yes, I
you're
get that. I
inspired,
get you that. I get that. But you still thought about just like when they speeded up the internet now, people might have thought about the first electric car. So somebody was like, okay, I see people driving cars. Let me
no.
see if I can get something that might not take as much gas since I see it's pollution around here or something like that. So somebody had to thought about the electric car or something like that.
right, but
So it
that's the
still got
difference.
inspired by something else.
Right, so that's the
But
difference.
listen, no, it's not the
Everything is
same thing though.
Wait, but everything is influenced by something, right?
Yes,
Everything has a,
everything.
but let me finish. Everything has an outside influence, right? So what drives you to make that choice is what determines if you're being selfish for self or selfless. So I could be inspired by something, but if I choose to do it for my own reasoning, my own benefit, my own purposes, that's the differentiator right there. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
can see that.
That's the
I
whole
get it.
point. But that's
But
the whole point. You could get a tattoo because you're influenced by somebody. Doesn't mean that
Yes.
it's not for you.
but
Yeah,
what
I'm,
I'm
and
speaking
even with
of,
that, when you made that invention, you didn't like a lot of people make these inventions with the thought of still selling it. They know that somebody else is going to
who
want
has
it eventually.
nothing
He
to
still
do with it.
he is
You're
he is
listen. You're avoiding the whole thing.
No, I'm
It's
not.
you are. Yes, sir. You are. Yes, sir. You are.
So
When it's
somebody who do you so
he
you
is
think people that
correct.
made this computer and stuff or whatever or the internet and just like I'm keep it to myself.
He is correct. He is correct. And like
hold on.
from a logical sense, right?
Huh?
Something else has
So what is not? Hold on, sir. What is not logical about it? Because
so
listen.
You didn't even let them finish to even see it. You
yeah.
just got triggered off the word.
And I'm not. When I say logical, I'm not accusing you of being illogical. Don't
Yeah,
please
but
don't think that I'm saying that at all. I'm not. Um.
and you can't. But what I'm saying, you didn't let me
So
finish.
okay, you finish. Ladies first. Hello.
I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry about that. No, you go ahead.
Okay. So he is correct. Everything is influenced by another. Imagine getting influence and you're the only person in the world. Period. You're on a blank piece of paper. Imagine what idea would you have to create? There's no animal to go off of, i.e., the plane. Somebody had to see a bird flying and say, "Oh, it'd be cool if we could
Right.
fly." So and then so no that yet. So and then it's 7:43. So and then they saw the bird fly. Say, "Oh, it'd be cool if we could fly." And if you notice,
You speak about
planes have
inventions.
so plane.
Inventions, sir.
Yeah, we're talking about the invention of the plane.
Mm.
So the invention of the plane, and I don't have any like true knowledge on this at all. This is just how I think logically it worked. Somebody saw a bird flying or something of that nature, and was like, "Oh, it'd be cool if humans could do that." So let's try to invent a way to do that. If you look at the plane, it has what? Two wings and a
Wings.
tail. A
Yep.
bird has two
Two
wings
wings
and
and
a
a tail.
tail. It's like, so let's figure out how we can model that. Let's model it after that. Next thing you know, you got the two guys running with the damn wings and trying to figure out why they can't fly straight. Oh,
Oh,
we need to
and
add
so
a tail.
so okay. So who put the thought in their mind about?
The
It's where
bird.
you say,
The
"Hold on,
bird.
you're not letting me
You miss.
finish." About even the engine or how you would construct it or make
So,
it a bird. Hold on, let me
okay,
finish. The bird has none of that. So I
right,
get okay. So listen, even if I give you that about the wings and the tail, you can have that.
right.
So what about the engine, the motor, all
So
this
when
other
It's
stuff?
called trial and
So when
error.
the
Trial and error.
Oh,
That's what
so
that's
the
called.
first if you
okay.
look if you actually look so I
But
have
hold
seen
on.
like I have seen like little pictures of like the first models of planes and like the black and white and all that other stuff. They didn't have any engines. What they was doing was getting a
Duh,
running
but
start.
eventually they had to.
Yeah, but what they were doing was getting a running start and
And
going off
listen,
of
sir,
the okay, I'm listening.
that's fine. I respect the running start. I respect all of that. But when it comes to for as the propeller, the engine, whatever, all the stuff that makes it, wheels and wheels go round and round.
Right.
So how did that happen?
So that
Trial
was
and error.
influence. That was
Duh, and
influence.
trial and error is a
So
given.
it's just proving a point. So the engine for the plane, the blades and all that wouldn't be anything without the plane. So somebody
What?
took the idea of the plane and was like, let's make it more efficient. What if we didn't have
Mm-hmm.
to get a running start
What are
anymore?
you talking about, sir?
Mm-hmm.
What
That's
I
Mm-hmm.
what,
mean,
that's what I'm answering your question. So
you're not.
you said so what about the engine and the plane? How did they get the idea from that? It's from making the first project better.
Th-
Everything that we've created has always been off of the
That's
last.
a given, though. But
Yeah,
where did the thought manifest from? Because as you
efficiency.
all are speaking of, no one has their own individual thoughts,
No, it's
creation.
not that no one has their own individual thoughts. He's saying that everything is influenced by
I'm
another.
asking, that's fine. So, originality, where did the rest of it come from?
The only thing original, and the closest thing we can get to original, the closest thing would be sound, music. That is like the
I like
closest
that.
thing that we can actually get to original. If it comes to, and even still, if you listening to music today, it's based off of old samples and older music.
Mm.
Everything is influenced by another. It's just something you can't get
So go
away
all the way
from.
back though, but you have to keep going. We know that.
You said what?
You have to keep going though. You said it was sound is original.
You said who influenced the invention of electricity? I can't
Oh yeah,
tell
the
you who
lightning bolt
influenced the invention of electricity. I believe it was the dude with the kite and the
with
key
the kite.
attached to it. But
I
somebody
said
took that
trial and
up,
error.
and
Some stuff was by
yeah,
mistake.
No, 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 no. One trial and error. They had to have a thought,
A lot of things in life was trial and error. Yes, some
but
stuff
they
was
had
by
to have a
mistake. Just like
thought.
somebody, I'm a firm believer that somebody had to eat the poison first to find out that it was
But they
poison.
had to have
So
a thought to have a
right,
trial and error, right?
right. So what we got to also acknowledge is that it's a lot of forgotten knowledge or knowledge that was just lost to humanity. Different libraries that was destroyed because before the key and the kite, the pyramids was already conducting electricity.
mm,
Was
So
okay.
it's not it's, so
you gotta just
everything
let
is
it marinate a
influenced
little
by
bit. You'll get
another.
what we mean a little if you let it marinate.
That is
Don't
You
have to
that
done
is
let it
defended
down.
every last thing. You're not even letting it marinate for a second.
But we can't
What's
really
going on,
pinpoint
everybody?
who exactly influenced the key and kite dude to try to harness that. But like
Oh,
I said, it is
I believe in trial
knowledge.
and error.
Did you ever think it was a brain?
I mean,
A brain.
of course, it's a brain. Is but what I'm saying is that idea of harnessing something as unstable as electricity doesn't just fall from the heavens.
No, it does. Thoughts.
There has been one story that we all know that somebody got a thought out of thin air, and that was
Man.
that was Moses being told to build the ark.
So with
So
that being
that,
said, how
so
can
that,
y'all so so with that being said, how can y'all say that the things that's done by somebody's culture can be even remotely just probably for this topic? How can you say something that's of somebody's culture is an idea of somebody else had to say we want to be different?
So easy. It's my stance on it was it's a matter of perception and who you're talking to. But to answer your question, um, the same way, so me and you are at war. All of our people, and this is completely hypothetical. I don't play the no Diddy game. I am an adult. I'm grown. I know exactly what I'm saying. So let's say hypothetically speaking, right? Me and you are at war. No, because I had to say that though, because what's about what I'm
No, you
about to say.
didn't,
No, only
because it's not gonna make no sense. Whatever you
so
say is
so
not gonna make any
it's
sense.
gonna
Let
make
me ask
perfect.
That's
y'all
because
It's
this.
you
going.
already
It's
got
going to
Let
make.
me
wrote off
It's going.
already. So
It's
it's
going.
hold
Yeah,
on,
it's going to
hold
make
on,
perfect sense.
hold
Let me
on,
answer
hold
your
on.
question before you
Let me
tell me.
ask you
Hold
something.
on. Let me answer your question before you tell me.
I
Hold on.
didn't. Hold on,
Let me just answer your question first. Let me just answer your
slow
question first.
right, he already wrote it off, or he
hold
told
on.
you
Yeah.
already he wrote it off. He said it's
Listen,
not gonna make sense, whatever you come up with.
Let me just answer your question.
you
Let me
can
just
answer
answer your
this
question.
if you want to.
Okay, and I'm going to.
Before you believe it, do y'all believe in it? I'm not making this. Hold on, I'm not making this about you believe in the
You got
Bible,
one bar, my brother.
not by.
Your internet
Say
is
what?
horrible. You have to say that all again.
If you believe in the Bible, you know that
Right.
some of the instructions of these people was from God. It wasn't from man. So to have a divide, some markings were put on people's bodies for certain reasons. Certain prophets. And this only if you believe in the Bible. So
Oh,
this
you
was
talking
not an
Bible? That's number
influence
one.
of man. This was
the influence of. But what I'm you put some culture. The culture came from the Bible, not from man. Some of these marks have on the body came from man. Some of these things that today comes from the Bible, not from. So when you start talking about, the uh, uh um Samoans wearing, the tattoos on their chin, or the Indians got dots on their forehead, you got to think back. Other than, we just thinking that they're different from somebody. You got to look at what root
So,
of this stuff come from.
so we can't say all of it comes from the Bible. That wouldn't be entirely accurate because everybody doesn't worship Yahweh or believe in yet.
I didn't
Or
say all of it come from the Bible.
okay, I
I
thought
never
that's what
said
you
all
just
of it.
said. But so back to what I was about to
I'm
say to
actually gonna
answer
change
your.
it from instead of for others, I'm put from others. I'm gonna switch it up a little
So
bit.
so to answer your questions, it could it so it could have been an idea and developed into being a part of their culture because of their ideas. For instance, if me and you are at war and let's say both of our troops
Oops.
let's say both of our troops were naked. They were just fighting naked. On both sides of the war, we was naked. How would our troops identify the enemy?
Because it could be by
Someone.
language. Hold on. I'm going to answer your question. Because it could be by language. It could be by certain sounds that they make. Now you forget that war is holy. And this is why I say if you believe in the Bible, some of this dialect comes from the Bible. So it don't have to be, you only thinking minuscule. You thinking minute of an idea from a human.
No,
Yes, you are.
no, not
Because
at
it's
all.
just like, hold on, wait a minute. What you're speaking on is if I want my family to look different from everybody else, I say my family dye their hair blonde. So if we're in any crowd, or I say my family dye their hair orange. So if we're in a crowd of people that all got black hair, I know my family's gonna stand out because they got orange or blonde hair. This is the level you're thinking on.
No, so the level that I'm thinking on will gradually get more in depth as you let me go on. So that is only the
Okay.
beginning. So eventually, the war is
I know
over,
I'm
and
making you think.
now.
I know I'm making you think.
No, you're not
So
really
go ahead.
making. I mean,
You piece it together as we go along. But
no,
go ahead.
I constantly think. I mean, I definitely invite challenges of my mental space or my mindset that challenge me to think. Definitely, it's entertaining. But to back to what I was saying. So that started the idea of let's change ourselves to be different. Over 100 years, or as my bloodline continues, as your bloodline continues, it becomes a part of our culture, which is why you see the Samoan women with the war paint tattooed on
By
their
being
chins.
naked in the army?
No, the wanting to look different, right? It started off as a basic concept, but over hundreds of years, as it goes through,
But do
fucking,
you know that?
it becomes. I'm telling you how idea is formulated and how culture
I
is
don't- I know
actually
how.
like.
Listen, I know how ideas formulated. You don't have. I'm not. I can't say slow, but
I'm not, and
not,
by all means, I'm not calling you slow. I
no, no, no.
wouldn't
I
call
didn't say
you.
you was,
I hear.
but you're
I ain't
trying to
gonna lie.
explain
Ever
to me.
since you been up in this pen, I just hear straight pride, boy.
No bull. Like we just
That's all
having
I
this
hear.
conversation. We just
Cause
having
he already
conversation.
came up, wrote off stuff. He came in with the thing of just
I
teaching
didn't. Hold
and not
on. I
listening.
didn't write off
And
anything.
then that's why you
I'm
But
feel like
you're
when you
telling
got
me the
corrected, that's why
concept
you
of
feel like
an idea.
you feel like he said
Well,
he's
well,
slow
you
or
know,
something like that.
well,
He don't. It's like, dang, we just
listen though,
it's just an open conversation. Everybody got different perspectives, so it ain't
right?
shit.
And what we already said though, bringing in religion, that's like it's a real stretch. So I don't even think like that wasn't part of it or shouldn't be.
I mean, religion
Why
wasn't.
not? Why
Religion
not? If
wasn't.
you're talking about tattoos, it's
So
connected to
so
religion.
so
Because
so.
you're speaking because we already know what the words say. We got the foundation. We already know about that. We're
And
speaking
we
of the.
already know what our idea is too, Tan.
I know
You know
that,
we're talking
sir.
about that, right?
But sir, listen to me real quick. We're just seeing the thought process of humans, of individuals. We already know what the words say about it. That's a given.
No, it's not a given.
We know it is a given because we all know what it says, right?
We all know what an idea is too, so that's a given too, right?
To some people,
Okay,
right? To some people, but I'm
okay,
saying though, for it's like the body, being a temple, all we got
So
that.
this topic, so I have switched it all the way up. Y'all made me switch it up, my wording. So I'm sticking with this one. Every tattoo, everyone gets tattoos from others.
That changes
Oh,
everything entirely, though. Like,
Yeah, I'm changing it up, and I stand on it too.
well,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I
Well,
because
don't think
even
anybody's gonna argue with you that people get influenced by things.
yeah,
no,
that's
no, no,
all
no,
I
no,
want
But
to get
no,
to.
no.
that wasn't what
That's
we've been
all I was
arguing,
saying.
though.
You know,
That's
so I
not what
am
we've
gonna.
been arguing
That
this
I
whole
I
think
time.
that's
mean,
my that was my
he
thought of it, but I just worded
You
wrong.
you
That's why I
moved the
was thinking about it.
goalposts. That's what you
Huh?
did. You moved the
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
goalposts.
no, I
yeah.
just actually no. I ain't
You
You
no
did,
moving
did.
the
you
goalpost.
did.
I ain't got like I said. I don't talk in pride though, so I can say I was wrong what I
Right?
This
put
has
No,
down.
no.
nothing
Yeah,
to
no,
do
it's
with the
fine.
You
So
move
original
the
topic.
you move the goalposts for the benefits of you
Yep.
because listen
I
out.
guess so. I don't know if y'all projecting or not, but it's really an
Well, you
open
already
thing.
have
Oh, that's
projected
hilarious.
off top,
Yeah,
so
well, if it's open, how can you say that I'm talking in pride?
because
Because I know that you.
I can admit I was wrong. That's the difference. I said I was wrong what I put up there. I said I was just saying
So
I want people to get where I was kind of coming from. So me putting four, I realize it ain't four. I can't put four. So I actually admitted to that. That's what I'm
we can
saying. That's why I
actually.
changed it to from.
So what I'm asking you is, where is it that I
Oops.
was wrong or didn't say that I was wrong? Only thing I said
I
was
didn't
I
say you was
think
wrong. I'm
it's
just saying your approach since you came up here was about you trying to dish everything and not take it. So it was like
I
more
didn't
of like
dish. Hold on, you
because
got
even
it
when you
all
talk to my
wrong.
mans, you asked him a question and then you said, "I don't care what you say. You ain't gonna." Basically, you was telling him he ain't gonna make sense regardless. He say you didn't even hear him out. You
First
didn't
of
even hear
all,
nothing.
I didn't say I didn't care. I say it didn't matter what you said after
Potato,
that
Yeah,
potato,
but
because
whatever.
that's
because
Oh,
of
shit.
him trying to simplify something that was already simplified, and he
I mean,
simplified
but
it even more to say somebody coming in the war. It has nothing to do with being confident and having pride. If I was wrong, I was wrong, but it was nothing that I was saying wrong. That's why mentioned about religion. I only brought a factor into the situation that y'all was talking about.
yeah, and we had already basically factored religion pretty much out of it because like that's like a real slippery hole.
yeah,
It's not.
Slippery
religion is
what?
fickle. Religion is very fickle. It's unnecessary. Religion
But I
is
Religion
did.
very
is weird.
But I did say if you believe in the Bible, right?
yeah, but religion is just
It still don't
unnecessary.
take the fact of that's why so I didn't get why you because I believe in the Bible myself, but I didn't get the point of you because his whole point in which Tats was understanding what I was coming from when I was saying like it's influence, right? Nothing is original, when it comes to humans, it's just not. You could come up with something, but you still got influenced by something to create it because that's just how humans' minds work. You don't just think of no idea randomly. It's something
Yeah,
that
but
you
I
looked
agree.
at. It could be a plant, the way the shape of the plant look, and you thought of an idea with the plant. It could be the way the cloud looks. Something outside of yourself has inspired you to think of this idea.
And I agree with you somewhat on that, right? I never said that anybody was influenced. I said not everything or everybody was influenced by man. So
Oh no,
when
we
you
wasn't
have
talking about
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
man,
because like we
hold on.
talk about birds and all type of stuff. That's not a man,
yeah,
but
yeah.
we were just saying that
It doesn't have to
while
be.
we on Earth, while we
Listen, the
on
only
Earth.
thing I'm saying, I get what you all are saying. That's the whole point. Whether it's a
I'm not
bird,
saying you don't get it.
whether it's a bird, man, or whatever the case may be, that is why I said if you believe in the Bible, it was not from man.
Okay, you're right. You're right. I know that's what you look for. You're right. All right, we got you. Cool. I don't think nobody up here disagree. So
Right.
we just on the
I
same.
mean,
We all on the same point.
the
I'm
Bible
just trying to
did
expand. Really,
misspell.
like I said, I'm just trying to expand and really. That's why the rest of these questions about to come about is like, is we really? is we really doing things for self or is we really doing it for others? You know, it's about that time to really think about that because even this topic itself is gonna dig into people's insecurities and stuff. It's no different from talking about love too, you know, because a lot of times we get away with just, you know, saying, "Oh no, this is for me," without thinking about it, just so we can, you know, not change something within ourselves and stuff, or so we can also cope with whatever traumas we got. You know, we always got stuff, you know, that we try to use to deflect from changing, really, you know, and in order to even really think deep on each of these prompts, uh, it's going to inspire
So
some change or it's going to inspire some deflection in this thing. That's all it's going to do.
so so I can't go buy a house for myself. I can't get a car for myself of my own.
Yeah, everybody do things for
I can't get
themselves.
my own
It's
house
us.
on my own. So
Of
what am I
course you can.
influenced? So what am I influenced by? So what am I influenced by?
What do you mean?
Question.
What are you influenced by?
If I want to go buy a house, I want to go
Right.
buy a car, I want
Right.
to go buy a boat, I want to go buy a motorcycle. Who am I influenced by? Or what am I influenced if I want to go do those things for myself?
Uh. So
Some people buy
why?
homes for survival, you know, to eat
No, it's
more.
not even. It's not even that complicated. It's because you saw somebody with a house and thought, "I want that for myself one day."
Right, exactly. It's just that simple.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing
Really?
wrong with it, right?
Nothing
Exactly.
wrong with it at all.
Are
Like,
you
That's why
serious?
people is.
like if yes,
But
that's like if you was across if you was across and you ain't never seen what a boat look like or something like
Somebody
that, you're not gonna
else.
want something you've never seen before.
So, so listen. Basically, I understand the young man down about what he's saying, and like I said before, it's really broad, and it takes away
Everybody just want to
from.
be original. That's the problem, and
It's
nobody
not.
want to
No.
own it.
It's not. No. No. It's not about being original. Do you think that just because I seen another house, I don't want my family to own a home? Do you not think that it's with the drive within me, the thought? But listen, though, but y'all don't even believe that people invent things. So
no, I'm not saying that.
he said it.
I'm just saying you have to be exposed to something to be influenced by it. All
Or
right.
to want
We
it.
don't. I know. We don't. We didn't come out the womb wanting nice shit. I didn't come out the
Right.
womb saying I want me a brand new Ram truck. I saw somebody driving a Ram truck and was like, "Bruh, I want one of those."
Facts.
So
Taps, you get it,
now,
man. Taps, you get it. I'm about to be biased going ahead and
yeah, bro,
uh,
I was about to
Oh, you
tell
are
Andy,
what?
man.
you getting it. You
He
getting it, man.
biased.
I think the point is once we really own up to these things, we will realize it ain't that big of a. We making it more of a
But it's
bigger deal than
yeah,
anything. It's okay to say that that something sparked this idea in my mind and I chose and
Just
I
a
want it now.
conversation.
I, and I said inspiration so long ago.
Huh?
And I said about inspiration so long ago, but y'all
Like
still went into the fact
this
of
that this that pride I tell you, boy. Everybody got to prove their point. That's cool. You got it. You got it. Then so you must have said you originated
We
it.
all came to the conclusion of influence before you were like, oh, let me change it. Like
That's cool.
most of
That's
us
cool.
did, you
Yeah,
know.
that's why y'all influenced me to change the prompt, so I can admit it.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
nobody ever
So
thank
the
denied
you.
thing
that.
is,
So clap that up.
look. I need y'all to know this about me, right? My confidence is not based off of pride, though. So I'm
Yeah.
good to change whatever. I'm good to say I'm
No, but the
wrong.
thing is that
I'm
nobody's
good.
ever said otherwise. Everybody's
So
been said that. Everybody's been
I'm up
saying
here
that.
to learn just as much as y'all. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I'm not a prideful person. Y'all gonna realize that though. So y'all, like I said, you can't. I know a lot of times people be projecting because they feel less than if they were wrong. I don't. You know, I'm a person that I know enough. I know a lot of stuff myself
Look, you can throw
to
your
feel.
jabs on. Listen, let me say this.
No,
You
What the
can
no,
heck
throw
is
your
going on?
jabs
no,
Why
on,
can't
no,
I
but I'm
finish
no.
what
not
I'm
gonna cut it
saying? What's
off.
going on? Did I just tag some people or something? I won't say.
I'm
I'm
finished.
literally speaking in general and everybody feeling away. But I'm just saying though, off rip
But
though,
are you?
when we stop moving off because that's our biggest issue as humans overall, right? We have an issue with pride. It's all about, hey, that's why we go our way. Like I said that, that's our pride getting to us. It makes us feel less. It makes us feel like somebody's taking the credit away from us. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta like some stuff just not really. What the heck going on?
It's the regular thing that you're
What's
saying.
going on? Let me let him talk. I don't know. This stuff glitching already. It's making it worse. Let's see. Maybe you can influence some signals
Well,
up.
I'm just saying it's correct what you're saying. That's all. That was right.
Like you just got bad connection, Brody.
Right. Till you get a little better. And what I'll say to the host, it
Yeah.
wasn't about no I or me, this or none of that. The fact of the matter is how you stood on business about what you were saying.
Yeah.
Sometimes we all
Right.
can
I
be
say okay.
humble.
Would I'm saying, do that make you feel better to
It's
let you know
not
that I was
about,
wrong?
sir. It's not
I'm saying, do
about
you need to
that.
feel better because I said that? It's okay. I'm just saying I was.
Oh,
Yeah, I get you.
Okay, so listen
I
though.
stood
Why?
on business. I
That
admitted that
don't,
I worded it wrong. That wasn't my point. I was really trying to get to because I guess I was more focused on
man, I don't know what you
influence than
invite
anything because a
into.
lot of times we just don't do stuff originally for ourselves. But nobody was speaking on the point I'm talking about right now because everybody was big on talking about I'm doing it for myself. So that's how I know that we
we
still
never
on
said
two
that.
different. We on two different, right? So overall, that I'm just trying to get to my main point that like I said, that a lot of times we do things because we might have seen it from other people, or we want to impress other people, or I mean that's majority of the time that it's like that. We don't just pop out of nowhere and just do stuff just for self.
Yeah, people influence
Honey and
people.
I never said that.
Nobody never said. That's what I'm saying. That's why I say you go back to. Nobody said that. I'm not saying none of y'all had to say that. I'm just letting you know what angle I'm coming from. That's the reason why I'm doing this topic. And we didn't even get to the rest of the prompts of why I'm trying to really dig into some stuff for real. But
You
Well, go
the
to the
one
next
kept
one then.
holding
I'm
it on.
interested. Go to the next one.
yeah, let's go to the next one, man. Yeah, I see. I love it, man. I love it already.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Uh,
he is speaking on his opinion. That's the only thing we can speak on is our personal walk and our personal opinion on something.
yeah,
Now, if somebody agree with you or disagree, like that's an opportunity to learn or be defensive.
yeah,
But what you do with
Man,
the
I'm
information is
glad.
completely up to you.
yeah.
Oh,
And even that though, I like even though that's a true statement, but a lot will use that statement just to not to basically not be open to the other perspectives too. I know, and that's what a lot of people tend to do. That well, that's yours, that's yours. Oh, that's the way what I'm saying. It's like, but if it's a discussion to maybe help change, it's like I was a fine example, right, of getting influence or understanding that it's a different way to view this. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made me kind of change the prompt itself, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of us don't come with an open mind because we trying to fight and think we're going to win a prize at the end, but that's just not it. If I can, that's the only way I had to learn because I had to learn from other people that didn't think like me. You know what I'm saying? But some people come with the intentions of let me teach, let me preach, let me say my point, and let me feel good because somebody accepted it, and that's it. They don't care about learning anything. They just care about what they can dish out and help. And it's pride. Like I said, it's pride. It's really just pride. It ain't about understanding. It's just pride. Let me tell somebody what I know. Let me show people my degrees. That's all it's about nowadays.
For sure.
Yeah.
and what I will say, host, I think all of us on here, we have not, exuded that energy. We've been respectful. We listen. Yeah.
We listen and we don't
And
judge.
it can also be called
But
enlightenment too. You know,
I'm judging right now, though. No.
It's all
you
right,
only judge if
man.
you
We
feel
gonna
judged,
realize a
man. I
lot of
mean, you
stuff.
can hear what they
A
say
lot of
and
stuff.
let it roll off your back. It's just enlightenment. Some people need to be enlightened
Yeah.
and they take it as being, you having pride because they haven't heard anybody speak like that or stand on what they say. So they take it as being proud or boastful or don't want to listen to nobody. But when you're speaking on levels that people don't understand, then you get why they feel like that.
Pew 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 pew.
So I like that. This another. You just did another. That's funny though. You just did another prideful talking point because you said speak on a level
I
instead of
did.
using.
If that's the
Look,
way
because
you
look,
take it, I
I
did.
that's why I mean that's
If
why
that's the way
that's
you
funny
take
though.
it, I sure did.
I pay attention to talking points. That's how I know where people coming from because
If
sometimes I
that's
used
the
to
way
be
you
like them.
take it, if that's the
But
way you take it,
yeah,
then
but
yes, I
but
spoke
the
on
wording
pride.
mean
Yeah, I
everything
did.
because if you instead of saying that because I
I said
speak, it's
enlightenment, but you took it as
it's
pride.
yeah, instead of saying give it something different, you said on a
But did
different
I did
level.
I
That's
did
what
I
you
tell you
said.
what you needed
So
to
that's
say?
a pride. that's a pride thing. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
your
It's like
opinion.
wording it
I
tell you a lot about a person.
I
Off
can accept
words, it
that.
really do.
I can accept that.
And
Yeah.
I
I can
feel like
accept
it's
that.
coming from two prideful men right now.
And that's why he's still harping on it.
No,
He
actually,
hadn't stopped
no,
talking about
no.
it since
I'm
I
only
made a statement.
no. The difference is that I'm bringing awareness to what's going on because a lot of people in denial. I can admit when I'm prideful. I can admit when I'm not. I can admit that if
I
I'm in
just
my
admitted that
feelings or
I
not.
was. You said I
The
was, so
thing
I
is,
admitted
the
that I
difference
was.
is us. I can admit that's the big difference. That's all
I
I'm saying,
just
though.
did. I
So
just admitted that I was. Since you said I was,
uh,
I admitted that I
okay,
was.
there you go. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's just like all I'm saying. I was just bringing awareness because it's different talking points that we may do. That's all it is. But this is
And I've
well,
agreed.
you get it. You get it now.
I've agreed with all y'all talking points.
Yeah,
I just didn't like you or gave you a different way to look at it, just like you just said.
there you go. I like that. There you go. I appreciate that.
But I was prideful, huh?
But if I was prideful, I'd be
Man,
like, I would
don't
have been.
invite me no
Look, if
more
I
of
was prideful, I'd be like, well, I
these
already knew that. You just said
minister
the same thing. I would have.
conversations,
Now that
man.
would have been pride.
But
but I rather.
y'all have.
But I.
I enjoy it though. Y'all have a great one.
Yeah.
And don't try to call me out and do that. Like, don't do that.
What happened?
Oh no, you don't go talk my 10. Don't invite me to any more Miniscope conversation. Listen, if
That's what he
somebody,
said.
yeah.
Oh,
If somebody address something with you, then you cannot feel like you always right. You big dog, this that. Well, maybe you ain't got no bite in this fight, and if it's not for you, then
that's all
it's
I
just
said.
what
Like
it
I
is.
said, just if you stay quiet long enough, you can hear everybody where they go. So that's all I'm saying. So I've been literally. This the pride part come with me, right? I've been doing this stuff for so long. I could be able to tell. I ain't gonna even lie. Like. These 4 years to myself, I learned a lot, and this is really by just shutting up and listening to other people and seeing how they react. And a lot of times, we not that much different. We just not. we just not. We're not that much different. Everybody like to be different or act like they different. Like people be like, "Well, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. That's the way I express my mad. You know what I'm saying? Or my happiness or something like that." Like, okay,
What the
cool.
fuck is that? I'm
I
sorry.
think that we're not that much difference. It's just the growth, or like where you at. Been there, done that. Like I done did. Like I'm over it. So you know,
Over what?
just respond in the way somebody may want you to respond, or
Mm.
like when you have growth, man. Listen, yeah. Mm,
I sometimes I give people what they want, or if it's a positive, or it just depends though. Because like I said, I don't be caring about uh people might be leaving with oh man, I feel good. I feel good. Because pride to make you feel good too. When you write or something like that. Look, I made him concede. I made him look like a B word, stuff like that. I'm telling you, it's a whole different thing when you just move in humility. I ain't gonna even
right,
lie. It's like a lot of stuff that we be making. We make a lot of stuff. We make a big deal, and it really not. You know what I'm saying? It's not like everything we don't. I like somebody put down there. Choose your battles wisely, and that's a big thing though. Like everything not worth fighting.
right.
Everything ain't not is not worth proving yourself to and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
it's just
Like I
about
say,
is
sometimes you have to lose the battle to win the war. Everything ain't worth,
yeah.
ain't going back and forth. What I noticed, and I'm gonna tell you, hoes, so that's what really triggered me in my mindset. When you say, I mean, you got your own opinion, this and third. My thing is that when you know who you are, and it's a lot of people who don't, and when you know the assignment, certain a lot of things that you do ain't is not for other people. It's not to get this like gratitude or a reward or
Validation.
validation, right, sweetheart? Thank
Very.
you. So that's why I was like a little on edge about it because I'm like everything that I do and ever is for my kids and my family. Like that's it.
Mm. Okay.
I'm gonna be
Understood.
honest with you. I feel like in the beginning, when you were saying that you do certain things for other people that got tattoos or for others and this and that, I thought that you were just projecting, because I feel like anybody that leads with that, that's the way you think about it, right? So I feel like it's just you're mirroring how you really. I don't know how to explain myself, but it just said a lot to me about how you were as a person. That you had a tattoo and you had that judgment on yourself, like, oh, I did this for other people, and then you couldn't own that there's a place in you that wanted that for yourself.
So would you still have the same ground if the person had no tattoos at all?
Well,
I judged you a little bit
It'd have
more
been
because
one of
I
the
was like, you
two. Yeah,
already
they
have
be
a tattoo
like,
on your
you doing
neck.
it because you don't have it, and then they gonna be like, it's gonna be projection. It's only gonna be one of the
Yeah.
two. Especially if it don't fit your, if it don't fit a talking point, it's either gonna be like you're projecting. If it don't fit their talking point, or they're gonna be like, well, you don't understand because you don't have one. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be one of the two. It's always an invalidation when it comes to certain things, especially if it don't feel right,
but
or
that's
if it
not.
don't agree.
No, no,
I
sir.
want a tattoo
But
so
that's not. But
bad
that's
that
not true though. That's not true at all. Because you cannot say that, if you feel that way, that people may feel that way. This that. How can you say that? You know, is you speak it as if it's facts. So I
Okay.
can speak exactly how Connie felt, just like how I feel.
Yeah, if it
You
wasn't facts,
speak.
then people wouldn't react to it. Then,
It's not about that. We're
It
not
but
comes with like
reacting.
self hate, like
it's
self
the it's
hate.
the
That's what it
same thing
gives.
that's like when people try to say if you give like parenting advice or something like that, the first thing somebody want to ask is, "Are you a parent?" You know, stuff like that. But it's like, was it not good advice? Why do you need to know that? You know what I'm saying? So people always look for things because it ain't sit right. But if it did sit right, they can be like, "Hell yeah, you know what you're talking about," and they probably swear that they're a parent, but they not. That's what I'm
But
saying.
that,
So when things don't fit right, the counter is always be like that all the
but
time.
but that's not
They
true
go, "Oh, you
though.
projecting." When you use the word projecting, that's when you know that it just don't fit right with or it could be because it don't agree with you. You know what I'm saying? But when it agree with you, why that's not considered projecting?
But
It's
that's
Well,
the
not
because
same
true though.
exact
it's
thing.
because you have one, so it makes you appear to be hypocritical. So when you appear to be hypocritical about something, it makes it seem like you question your own judgment because you made that decision to get that on your neck. So it comes across like you're projecting self hate.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
I
mean?
would say sometimes in life, and this what happens though. Some people actually live and learn, but some people just live in life, right? So I'm also like that's like me saying because I slept with a lot of women that I shouldn't give advice to not sleep with a lot of women or something like that. But some things you learn in life, you know, you have to find out
Well,
that
okay.
trial and error thing. Remember I was talking about that earlier, trial and error. So I realized that it didn't mean anything to me. You know, sleep with them, even though I wasn't going crazy like that. But I'm just saying that hoes ain't nothing. You know, it don't mean nothing. A wife, it means everything. Somebody that's gonna last. You know, I'm just like, what am I wasting my time? You know, stick my thing in this or whatever, and it ain't gonna even last for too long. It's just a feeling. So it's trial and error. So that means you teach people, so they don't make the same mistakes you make. That's the whole thing. So like, because I have a tattoo, because right now, I mean, it is what it is. I can't take it back. But right now, I don't see, you know, it's no purpose really me having it because I don't go off my image no more. I don't care about the image no more. I'm my confidence a bit within myself. I can care less about, you know, if people. I'd be like I said, I literally be forgetting that I have it on my neck and stuff until somebody done told me about it because I'm more than just this tattoo. You know,
Okay, so
I don't need this tattoo to tell me because my tattoos say only God I trust. But I got it stored in me. I'm not going to forget it. I'm not going to forget only God I trust because that's the way I live now. You know what I'm
so
saying?
you prove,
I ain't had to put that on my neck just to remember that only God I trust.
but you prove your own point for you. That's how your tattoos worked out for you. That's how you feel about it. So you cannot say that like anybody else feel the same way
I
or
didn't say that.
it, hold on. Basically, yeah, did. You said that they do it for other people, do it to be seen. So without saying it, you pretty much said it,
Got you. Like I
right?
said, everybody can keep convincing themselves on certain things. That's cool. But
We're not convincing ourselves about nothing because we're secure with who I
like I
am.
said, when somebody, I just mentioned that earlier though, when you secure in something, you don't argue about something that you
We're
secure in.
not
You just don't.
arguing though. You put listen. We can't.
Because if I was
We're not
wrong,
arguing.
like it wouldn't apply to you. You'd be like, nah, you
But
know,
listen,
I'm gonna
you
let him
have
at.
a whole topic set up in your life.
Yeah,
So why are we here? If we're not here to talk about it,
yeah.
right?
But like I
what's the
said, I
four
don't.
W's?
Me myself, I'm a person that because I don't believe everything that come out of people's mouth, and I think that's how people get you. I think you got to pay attention and let people talk long enough, then you'll get your answer if they really doing it for themselves or not. That's just part of vetting. That's probably why a lot of people just is horrible at it. That's why they keep saying they keep getting tricked because they don't pay attention to the way people's actions is, the way they move. You know, it'd be funny that like even if you look at some profiles or something like that, right? You see that everything on their profile is like about getting attention, and all that stuff, and then somehow they gonna tell you, no, this just for myself. You know what I'm saying? But everything you just put out is crying. Look at me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just I don't know. I pay attention to different little things like that,
I
and the way
I
people
see it.
talk.
I mean,
No,
I
but
see it.
listen though.
So question
Is
for
that
y'all:
how
how
you?
do we identify if a person is putting on certain attire or certain clothes for themselves or for the idolizement of others?
But not even that though. When he spoke about that on my page profile, all my stuff is like I'm cooking. You see the food. You'll never see me bent over, bouncing, half naked. None of that. So
That's
am I
commendable.
crying out for some attention as well? I mean,
That's what I'm saying. The fact that you keep every time I generalize something, then you personalize it,
I'm not.
something going on. There's something going on.
Listen,
Because
I'm not
it's like why can't
personalized.
you agree? Why can't you agree to people that's like that or something like that?
No,
You just
no, and
automatically when you
okay,
go back to I and don't say that I understand instead of I understand, you just say, well, I don't
because
do that and I'm not like that. You just ready. You more on the defense side than trying to
I'm not.
realize that it's people that's out here like that.
No, sir. Listen, I understand that. I have seen that. But what I'm not gonna do for women that are not like that, I'm not gonna sit back and let them be bashed just because.
Bashed. What the heck?
Well, basically, I mean,
How do you get bad? That's called being aware. What the
okay.
heck?
So why
How
can I
you
not?
bash because you said I'm not
Well,
doing it for myself?
I think
Hold
y'all just
on,
have
no, no, hold on.
I
Listen,
think y'all having a the mishap between y'all is happening
it's
because
not. But what I'm
hosts
saying is, why
hosts
can I not be? So I can't be like the affirmative. Why can I not ask the
so
question?
hosts. I feel like if you instead of saying people, if you put an emphasis on some, like if you lead with some people instead of people, she won't in turn go into I.
Yeah.
Got you.
I think that's the mishap that's happening. That's why you keep
Got you.
circling back to that.
I actually like I actually doing like making it broad too, just to see who's gonna bite the bullet.
Yep, it's
Because it
intentional. I
tell
can
me a
see
lot
that.
about them too, though. Because like if they said man was smug dealers and stuff like that, I just I wouldn't react to that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that ain't me,
And
or
I'm not
something
gonna
inside of me. I wouldn't react to it though. So
and I'm not gonna bite the bullet because so much of the pound and like the downgrade, the negative, yeah. So who's gonna stand up for us who we don't do that?
who
Don't
said it's your
represent.
job to stand up? If you just doing it for yourself,
No, I'm
I ain't
not.
got to stand up for everybody else but yourself.
I'm standing up for everybody.
No, so you're not doing it for yourself.
No, for what?
You just gotta because you might want to watch standing up for everybody. That could that could end horribly. And it's not to say that some people. It's not to say people don't deserve to be stood up for. It's just like making a. It's just like the saying you can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make it drink.
So wait,
You,
who are you standing up for? For the
well,
women that look like they're doing something on their page, or who in specific are you talking about?
I guess.
For the women who
Huh?
I'm speaking for women who don't do that, who do not represent that.
So I
But he's
can't
saying
say.
though, But he's saying though, if you're doing all this, whatever you put on there, and the broad statement is like for attention or for this, that. There's a lot of women that are not doing that.
So we can't say it's a
That
lot.
Hey, look, this the funny thing. That's how I know that she just automatically took out certain talking points. So literally, I was making a broad statement of how I vet. So I was talking about in general, right? That I can tell a lot about a person by talking points, actions, and all that. Because somebody can say anything out their mouth and say that I'm selfless, but if I keep on seeing different pictures that look selfish, you're not convincing me because I actually just store up a lot of things that's consistent, right? I store a lot of things up before I make that decision. and be like, okay, no, you give it every like they be saying, if it look like a duck quack like a duck, it probably is a duck. It could be it's a true statement sometimes though. Sometimes it can be wrong or not, but that's how I kind of vet. I just listen. I listen to people. I see how they respond, what they bite, what triggers them, and then I make my decision from there. I just can't do it from the beginning because that'd be kind of forced. But if you give it four characteristics or whatever, a number of consecutive characteristics, 9 times out of 10, yes, you're that way. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel like our default as humans is to be selfish.
So wait,
yes,
I wanted
The
to ask something.
the special part about humans is when we're selfless.
yep,
That's what make it special. But the default, the basic survival tactic is to be selfish.
yep.
You're gonna look out for
Ain't
you
nothing
and your
wrong with
own
it either.
first. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing at all. It's just but that is the reason why those acts of kindness and those acts of selflessness is so special and so honorable because it's your basic survival
And
instinct to be selfish.
I was about to say low key, but in high key about that is once you able to actually um take that in and really I not the word I was about to say understand. Basically, admit it, right? If you once you're able to admit that, that's with a whole nother level of confidence right there, because you realize that it ain't a bad thing. It's just how it is, stuff like that. But a lot of times, like I said, you could tell confidence when how much we in defense to things like that. I mean, we're not fully aware of ourselves sometimes. A lot of times, just like I used to say before when I used to work on when I had took time to myself, because some people trying to look for themselves through other people. They got to date a bunch of people just to find themselves, which that's a whole nother thing. I don't know how the heck you make that happen, but it is what it is. But I had to actually look at why I get triggered, why I speak this way, why I talk this way, why I'm doing. So this is really wiring yourself to to reconstruct yourself. You got to ask yourself why. Why am I getting mad? Why do I react to this? Why do this? You know what I'm saying? Is it for a selfish reason? Is it for a selfless reason? Then you ask that you finalize it with that. You know what I'm saying? Can I change this? Why should I change it? Why shouldn't I change this? So it's a lot behind it, and people don't take the time because they rather go with, well, this is how I am. It's so easy to go on life just flying with this is why this is how I am, because everybody want to be stubborn and stay the way they is. That's why they be stuck and always be triggered at every last little thing. You know what I'm saying?
Like you
But
said, it's
So,
easier. It's
so
yeah,
better.
okay,
it's
so let me
easier. Yeah.
yeah, so let me ask you something. So you're saying like anything that you say that you speak of or you say or you've never experienced it, know nothing about it at all?
What do you mean?
What you talk? What?
I'm talking to you, host.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
What you just said.
Do you know anything I said? What did I say?
What did you say?
God damn it.
No, bro, that's killing. This can't be real, bro.
Oh man, I love it. I love it.
So are we just looking for an argument at this point?
Yeah,
I don't know. That's what.
hey, bro. Hey,
My
so
boy
it's
is tapping in. He get it. This is funny though. Like I said, observation, man. That's all. Cause I don't know what's going on for
hey,
real.
bro.
I'm like,
Some women are like that, but they just be bored, man. They just want a little bit of drama, a little bit. Nothing wrong with that though.
cause I'm like, dang. When is the agreement gonna happen? When is it? Anything that you say? Do you understand? Can you I'm saying wrong word though.
Recite.
Basically, recite what anything like, or do you just pay attention to the things that may catch your attention and then just attack that? You know what I'm saying? So it's
So
just that's it.
often the misconception is when somebody else is talking and you're thinking about what you're going to say next, you're not listening.
You listen to respond. That's what that is. Yeah. And you got different ones. You got listen to respond, listen to understand, listen to get triggered. Uh, I think it's another one. I remember I had thought about it,
Well, it's
but
called pausing too. You
That
can
is
pause.
so.
Like you can like
That is so.
if you hear what
Listening
they
to
said and you
respond.
don't.
That is so. Listen, that is so old and tired. You know exactly what you said. So don't sit there and act like I have to recite it to you. Why would I?
No, he
Well,
wasn't saying you got to
if you don't
recite
have a
it.
response, yeah, if you don't have a response back, you should just pause and think about what you want to say beforehand.
Hold
It like
on. Sir, I did.
It's called thinking before you speak.
You tapped in late.
No, he was here. But he wasn't. He was more so as he wasn't asking you to recite what he said. He was trying to get you to tune in on the part that you had a question about, so he could better understand your question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
as
like I
long
said,
as you
it can
guys.
sometimes I ain't gonna lie though. I can understand what I can understand though because and then but I just say I understand from her perspective in the way I'm trying to find a way to not say this to be re-triggering again. Dang, already that's a trigger right there. But basically um a lot of times I'm leaving it alone. I forgot. I don't know what I was about to say though. I knew I was about to say this. It just left my because I was trying to hold back from saying because
How you
I
been
didn't want
doing
to
this?
start nothing again.
Oh,
Well,
you've been
basically,
doing
you
this
can
your
if
whole
you take
life though.
time to really just take time instead of trying to respond so fast. You can really understand. But like I said, it don't have everything. Not gonna feel comfortable. Like every comfortability don't mean it's right or wrong. You know, or not. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is though. Sometimes I
So,
be having to that's how I had to learn myself though, because I'm like, dang, why I keep responding too fast? And I like let me really take the time to see if I'm responding to the right thing, because I don't want that question that just happened right there to get back and then I'd be like, okay, well, because you don't
so,
even know. You know what I'm saying? So
host. I've said to you,
yeah.
yeah, almost the whole like live. You know, you can't remember, it respond, or any of that, right?
What?
What?
No, I said, what did you say? You said some couldn't remember something. Interesting. All right. I don't know. I thought she finally remembered what I said or something. I'm like, oh, okay, she got it. I believe in her.
You're too nice, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You're
No,
too.
I'm very patient because I want everybody
Yeah.
to
Want to go
How
to the
how would
next
you
topic?
speak to her as a man? Since he's too nice, let me know. How would you have handled that?
I
Oh,
mean, she's a. I
Because
mean, she's a
he's too
dumbass.
nice, right?
oh,
Because he's too nice.
That's.
You're a dumbass.
nah,
oh
come on,
shit! Here
Marshall,
you
we
go.
can't do that.
Well, you can't start
Not this
something saying,
live.
"Oh,
Not
you're
this
too
live.
nice." Like,
We
what
can't
are we
do that. I'm
supposed
not
to
like
do?
that. We can't do that, man. All
You should
right.
have talked to you crazy. Is that what he was trying to say? Like, you
Yeah,
didn't
I knew
talk to
that
her
was
crazy
going
enough.
downhill. That was going down fast.
Maybe you should have talked to her
Yeah, it's
crazy.
no point
It
he down there. So,
was about to
hey,
happen.
maybe y'all do look for drama or something like that. That was crazy.
So, host, what I said was that several times I said to you, I'm need for you to start like forgetting your chain of thought. I'm need for you to think. It's like, oh yeah, I've done that, this, that. So have I not?
Have you not what?
I guess has she not told you to stop forgetting your train of thought?
Stop forgetting she talking about?
I don't know. Y'all want to go to the next topic?
Yeah, we might have to. I don't know what's going on.
What? So, Connie,
I'm sorry, that was
Maybe they
annoying.
agree to one thing and
no,
I don't know.
hold on. So, Connie, you've been here the whole time. So you haven't heard me say that multiple times.
Say what exactly?
I'm need for you to quit forgetting your chain of thoughts and
Oh
spit.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh, I get nervous, you know. This, that. So stop trying to play seriously.
Oh, that's what you said. Okay. What's the point of you saying that? I don't get the point.
I'm sure you don't.
No, I'm saying, what's the point you're trying to get to?
Yeah, you don't get it, so it doesn't matter.
I know what's going on though. But I'll leave it alone though. But it is what I'll let you have it. I don't know. Maybe. But I don't know. I wonder if that's how y'all have conversations with. Hmm. Y'all got to change a lot of them things if y'all like this with y'all man. I'm gonna say that.
Wait, what are you talking
Last
about?
so long. I'm just saying. Because sometimes it's sometimes
No,
when it
please
comes
no.
to
Please
relationships
no.
and stuff, huh?
No, please no.
No, I'm just saying in general. No, this is advice, right? Because it's going to be. because I would say that I ain't gonna lie, that I know that's gonna be a red flag for other. Because if you just listening just to either go tit for tat or whatever the situation is, and like ain't nobody gonna really want to be around that in real life. They just not. Just because imagine that somebody kept doing that to you when you wanted to get them to understand, and all they did was attack all the parts that made them feel some type of way instead of actually trying to have a conversation with you to build understanding with one another. Because you're gonna get with somebody that's gonna think different from you, and you ain't gonna want that. You just ain't gonna like that at all. So I'm just
Do you
trying to
feel like
really see if
somebody
we trying to if we really trying to have a conversation in here, or we just trying to see uh how can I win? Is it about winning?
have you felt like somebody in this little whatever panel that they haven't heard you out or understood where you were coming from? Or been disrespectful towards
No,
you?
actually, no,
I don't think
I
that's
seen it.
happened.
I seen it. I'm not saying nobody's disrespectful. I don't have to go
I'm
to
talking about
extreme because
here right now.
if I was
These
disrespectful,
people.
I would have been dropped people. So I
You
wouldn't.
know.
That's not. I ain't thinking that either. But no, I'm really just trying to bring awareness. To maybe things that we're not personally aware of. That's something that we should do for self sometimes, right? Why this dude saying this, and why you know why I feel this way when he come out his mouth with this or something like that. You'll learn a lot about yourself. That's all I'm saying. If you're doing it for self, you know what I'm saying. We just got to say do it for self.
I'm trying so bad to be nice. I want to be nice.
We just got to say do it for self.
I'm trying so bad to be nice. I want to be nice to you, but you say things
You,
that I'm gonna use your favorite word, trigger. You do trigger me sometimes, and I
yeah,
noticed it. But
yeah.
you know what it
So
is?
yeah,
You have a tone that maybe I'm receiving in a specific way, but the way you say certain things comes a little condescending sometimes, in my opinion.
I knew you
And
was
I'm
gonna
trying to
say
be.
that.
I'm not trying to start problems or anything. But it's just
gotcha.
like you say things and it does have a tone of like, I could teach you something, you know? And I don't know how I receive that. I feel like I like an equal like conversation with my, equals, not like somebody who's like being, I don't know, condescending
I
and
got you. I
patronizing,
So
understand though.
it's
I get.
you
actually a
know?
And
common.
I would say I do that. I do that. When I get irritated,
Like
that's what I do though.
you daddy me
But
or
but
us.
yeah, I get you though, and I understand. And I
Mhm.
would yeah, I understand. And you made me aware of it that I'm doing it now. So yeah, I get you though. So
I don't know
I
if
can
you
deliver it differently.
I don't know if you are aware of the tactic you're using. You might be, but so it's a common tactic in communication to exhibit control. So they say if you talk the first of all, the lower you talk, you force a person to listen harder, right? The lower your tone, and the more steady your tone, it tends to disarm a person. But when a person doesn't like to seem or feel disarmed, it brings out the fucking defense. If that makes any sense at all. I be looking at random shit on YouTube.
That's make a lot of sense though. I ain't never. It make a lot of
Do
sense.
you feel that that's like what's been going
But
on?
Connie, I get you. I understand.
Yeah,
I
I
ain't
mean,
gonna.
I
I
I'm not
get
know
you,
trying to
Connie.
come for you or anything like that. It's just I have a real sensitive ear when it comes to a man talking to me like in a way where I'm like, what do you
No, I
mean?
get
Like,
you though. I get
you
you that.
know?
That's something. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I don't
that's
know.
most likely where it came from. And I ain't trying to judge your past because I don't know you, and I wouldn't judge your past even if I did know you. But that's probably why you thought his tone was like condescending. You were probably exposed to something like that.
And
Yeah,
that, and
because
that,
the thing is, I understand her, but then again, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm not trying to put it that way, but you do have to talk to people differently, right? Sometimes, even though sometimes I'm gonna make the adjustment, sometimes I'm not. But it's a small room now, so I can make the adjustment. Because some people actually open their ears up more because they might like the way I might deliver it. Some people are not. I gotta be real. I gotta just say it. When a lot of the times. Because just like you said, when you feel like you get, I don't know. No, actually, no. I'll say at that time you're right. I was about to say it's a pride thing. Why we don't want to feel like we getting little boyed or something like that. I would
Yeah.
say at that time you was right about that because sometimes, um, that's something I do a lot on this app though. When I get irritated, instead of me cussing people out, I would be condescending. That's one thing I do because especially when I hear other people, sometimes I end up matching the same thing that they do, but do it differently, and then they don't like it when I give them like the same way back. Because some people will. actually, because I don't like that. I don't like, and that's what make me be condescending a lot of time. I'm not trying to make an excuse for it, but I just noticed I've had a bad habit of it. But I'd be that way when I hear people act like what I'm saying is is stupid, or something like that. Or when I realize people or I react to other people's triggers too, because they make me mad. Like, dang, I'm not trying to say this for you to get triggered, but you getting triggered. Now it's making me triggered. Now I'm gonna trigger you with my say no. That's how it be sometimes. So, but
Yeah,
I
I do it solely as a tactic. Like I said, like I do it solely as a tactic. I feel like I said, fucking, it disarms you. Like if I manage through all of your irateness and all of your anger and you yelling at me, if I manage to keep this tone, eventually you're just going to match my tone. You're going to realize there's
right.
no need for me to yell at this guy because there's no reason for me to be up at all.
So let me ask you, host.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to see what did I do or say to you to make you start being condescending and rude to me because you did that.
Rude is very subjective though, but I don't think it was personal. But
It was
I wouldn't say you did anything. I don't think you did anything. Sometimes, no, I just say I put it this way though. Sometimes if it's said a certain way, they don't get it. Sometimes you gotta deliver it a different way. It's just delivery. You just deliver it different ways and try to see it's right. And then sometimes some people, I mean, I don't know, it just depends. But like I said, it depends on, and this is what I catch. Everybody got their own motive, or everybody got their own agenda of why they might come into certain spaces or whatever. Just like my man's came here earlier. So some people come with the intention of teaching and not learning. Some people come in here to some people like rooms where they can relate to. Some people might have came in here because this topic triggered them and they came in here. It's so many different reasons or intentions why they do it. Some people might come here because they like, oh man, I get it. They might understand no matter if I'm being condescending or not, they still gonna understand the point because they get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the intentions behind it of why people may have came in here. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I feel like I've been here with Connie from the start,
huh?
and I've been here since me and Connie. We've been here since it
Yeah,
started.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. And I don't feel like I have been disrespectful. None of that.
I ain't, who else been disrespectful? I don't get it.
She feels like you wronged her.
You said what?
She feels like you wronged her. You
No.
were condescending and I think rude to her. I think Tan, if you explain to him where and what time he was condescending and rude, he'll be able to offer you something.
The last is shameless. You know exactly what he said and what he did.
So we
Yeah, is
can't
that the part where we stuck at though? So, because it seemed like all you heard through this whole conversation is just condescending. It's like nothing else you can even explain of what I said or what I've uh tried to
I feel like
bring
we're in couples
awareness to
therapy.
or anything. You said what's up?
I feel like we're in couples therapy.
We're not a couple.
I mean, I know
Nah, my
it's
girl,
more
my
than
She
girl
just
about to
me.
actually.
It's
pull up here
funny.
in a minute.
I was just trying to be funny. Sorry.
My girl gonna be here soon. I think she texting me now. Actually. No, that ain't her.
Oh, what's up?
What up, sis?
Not a much, not a much.
I'm Mr. Condescending, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I've been hearing.
I
Don't forget
know it.
rude. Don't forget rude.
I'm rude. Right, 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 right. Rude. Call me rude boy. Rude boy kid.
Rude boy.
Well, like you, Kev, you know me. You know me very, very well. And this is one of those things where I specialize in. So I think what's happening here is you're having a me moment where you said something bluntly, but it came off as rude. But you were saying it in a way that wasn't um, palatable for
Pleasing to.
Tan.
mm,
Does that make sense?
mm-hmm. I get you.
Hey, Chrissy. Hey, boo. you? Why ain't
He
you
said
up
he was
here?
being
I
direct.
want to
Yes, I
say,
said
I want,
and that's why I say it's per. There go my baby right there. Speaking of my baby, she was up here sneaking in here. Um,
If she up in here, let me go ahead and get out this box. Move me
but
now.
like I like what Chrissy said though, right? To some people it's direct, to some people it's so it varies though, right? Just like if you was to listen to pastors, right? That's why I'm only the reason why I'm adjusting to y'all because I want y'all to understand. Otherwise, I wouldn't adjust to none of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a big room and there's more people that's willing to listen, and I have my way of how I deliver messages. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes on a personal thing, if it get personal, yes, I do adjust myself just so I can get people to understand. But like this, like telling a pastor, like this been happening throughout the years. Just like telling a pastor, like I don't like the way you're saying it. Why you saying it that way or something like that? A pastor not about to readjust himself just to fit you, unless he have a one-on-one, then he might. You know what I'm saying? But otherwise, he's gonna stay the same way. Like ET, you know, he's strong at it. He might be even condescending sometimes. He might be all type of stuff or whatever, or how he deliver his message. But sometimes you got to realize, shoot, this might be the way this person doing it. Why do I feel this certain way? Why am I getting triggered because of the way he's saying it or something? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Am I really missing the message, or or do I want to be heard more than anything? It's like I said, everybody got their own reasons of why. And then I'm also a firm believer that everybody ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I done seen people with the nicest voices. Oh, speaking of my baby, right? She down here too. She got one of the nicest voices. I just had to use an example though. But everybody don't ain't everybody ain't for her either. You know what I'm saying? And they don't. So that tone stuff that really don't be mattering for real. I mean, you can make adjustments though, but I'm a firm believer that everybody ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Some people want to hear all the good stuff all day, and they don't want to hear nothing bad. Some people want to hear, it's just each person they own. Just what that is. What they say, to each his own.
I think people like to be lied to. I was on a panel one time, and this pastor was saying that people
See, Connie,
tell
hold up. Let me
lies.
let me see this though. This is so funny though, and this is what y'all been doing. This is the reason why I have been condescending though. I ain't gonna lie, it do irritate me, but I gotta work on it, right? So out of everything I said, and you and Tim been doing this all day, right? Out of everything I said, y'all missed my whole entire message just to take out the one part that either triggered you or something. It's like it's because right now it's been a defense that been going on with y'all. Y'all have not conceded to anything yet. Y'all have not admitted or said, "I see your point." It's been defense
Are you
since y'all came up here.
serious? Are you
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
serious?
right.
yes, yes.
Are
I'm
you
very serious
serious?
because, like,
Right.
even with me,
That's
right?
crazy.
Even with me, I at least admit it. I told her I was wrong. Even when I said, "Yo, look,"
Man,
and
that's
this
He
why I
same.
like.
never did that for you? Never?
Look,
You
I
never
got
heard that?
and this is my final thing of how I know where y'all coming from, right? Because I got enough information now. Because even when y'all checked me earlier, right? You said, oh, especially you, Connie,
I'm
you
dead.
was like, you said, why you was over there with your chest sticking out and saying how much this topic is and all this other stuff, and I was like, yes, I admit it.
Wait,
So
what?
it's like you was trying to look for
No,
this
he
either like
never
a
said that. He never said
What?
your chest
Ted. I
sticking
ain't
out.
talking about you right now. I'm just talking about Connie. Right?
I'm not.
I'm just
I've
saying.
never talked to you
I'm
crazy
just
like that.
saying you. I'm just saying I'm mixing all your talk because like overall, you have not. Neither one of y'all have not even said.
So you're guilty of
That.
selective hearing
Eh,
too. Very selective.
Right.
oh my
Very
gosh.
selective.
That's cool. That's
It's
cool.
been said.
Whatever make you feel
Feel
better. But
like
I'm still addressing
It's
your
been
comment
I
said.
though.
feel
You out of all that
I
stuff I said, you
I'm not
said, "Are
gonna
you?"
write an essay in the comments. I'm gonna give you
But
a
look,
little,
out of all the stuff I said, you just took out of instead of trying to understand me, you said, "So you preaching?"
because you said that you're like a
That's all you
pastor,
took
your
out of everything I
tone, and
said.
that's your point. You said you were talking like a pastor. So
I think you missed the whole point, Connie, cause
The whole point.
He
no,
never
I
said what
didn't. I
he
just gave a
ever took
quick
out.
response. I'm not
We've
gonna write
been
an
hearing
essay.
since
They've
the
been doing that all
beginning
day though.
of
That's
the
the reason why
line.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna say that's an excuse of why I'm doing it, but that is a reason why I've been condescending all day. Because I ain't gonna lie, that irritates me when people
You
act
were
like they
not
wanna.
condescending
No, I ain't gonna
all
lie.
day.
This is the reason why I'm gonna say the reason why I be condescending though. But it's no excuse at the same time too. But I do that when it seemed like that I will be talking and people just purposely don't want to understand me because they stuck on whatever that's on their mind, so they just keep that do irritates me. I ain't gonna lie, it irritates me when you just pick out any little thing. What about this and what about that? Why did you say it like this? And it's like
You
you only
haven't been
listening to get triggered from this
condescending
point.
all day at all. You haven't been. That's the reason
Okay.
why you changed your topic off top.
I already said that. I admitted that's cool. That's right. But I didn't actually listen to y'all. That's the difference. I ain't
Okay.
listening, and I
So
said,
yeah,
okay, cool. Y'all have a point.
so
Let me
be
go ahead and switch this
honest
topic up.
about it. And don't act like we
Y'all
just
can't say one that y'all did.
What?
we
Y'all can't
set
say
it up.
one that y'all conceded to or changed about yourselves. Y'all
We
can't say
have
one.
Wow.
we ask questions, we
That's how
listen.
you know I'm moving off of actually trying to learn than actually trying to teach more. You know what
You
I'm
hear
saying?
you
So
hear what you want to hear, clearly.
that's cool.
Because you've been given a lot of
Defense,
validation.
defense all day. It been defense since y'all came up here.
We've been
I feel
validating a
like we
lot
Since
of
playing a
we
your
sport
came
right
up
now.
opinions.
here. We sat up
Can
here
we switch
almost
the
a whole
topic?
hour before it
You want to
even
switch it?
jumped
Let's
off.
just switch it, man.
And been here the whole time.
Is it possible to switch the topic?
Talking about the whole topic.
Oh no, just go to the next one or
Oh, next prompt. I
whatever.
got you, my brother. I got you, my brother. Hold on, let me acknowledge my baby.
Perhaps you never know. That prompt might be worse. You never know.
Hey,
I'm
Mama.
hoping it's worse.
What's up, babe? You still? Oh, you still on the road?
I
Hey
am. I
Rachel,
thought about the store. Hey, Chrissy. Hi, panel.
you leaving
This
Hi.
sounds
packages
like
at
a
Super Bowl?
You know
successful
I'm
Hi,
doing my
relationship.
Rachel.
usual me,
Relationship.
triggering people. So no, stop.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Being misunderstood again.
You know it,
What's
babe. That's why I got you in my life. You the only one that
You
understand me. You
can't
know what I'm saying?
trigger
Stop. All right.
people
You know what? I'm
who
about to stick
know who
my
they
whole
are.
foot up your behind right now
No,
because you gonna
okay. I'm
think
just playing. Okay, okay.
you know
That.
what? We
But
I'm
hey,
chopped
it
liver
has to
over
take
here.
somebody to understand me to get through a
Look,
person like me. You know what I'm saying?
he treating you like chopped liver hunters.
Yeah, he over there saying she the only one. Like
No,
we
I
had
ain't
it
mean to
in
say that.
here.
Let me watch my word and see. Look. Like
Exactly.
hey, look. I'm not gonna put
You
my
know what he
pride to. I'm
mean.
not gonna put my pride in it like some people's. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say, you know what? I was wrong. I shouldn't have used that word. You right. It wasn't only.
You have to understand.
Huntress
Kev
from
got
the
a one
time
track mind, honey. We gotta take it every
Huntress
time.
Huntress from the time I met Kev, he's always
Yeah.
spoken about a few people who understand him, and you
Mm.
are one of them.
Oh yeah, most definitely for sure.
Yay. I feel special.
She said I
Am I
gotta
top
speak
liver?
it. Oh, you already know, man. You a real supporter for real. I said you was like one of the main ones for
Oh
real.
yeah,
I ain't gonna
Huntress is
lie.
a really good
Cause
supporter for
like shoot, I
sure.
even hurt your feelings a couple times, and you still like, well, I support Kev. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's some real stuff. That's super real. That is rare and real. You know,
I
recently I
enjoy
just talked to
being
my baby
wrong.
about, and I ain't gonna say no names, but I seen somebody else then block me or something like that. I'm like, dang, I could have sworn this person came out their mouth and said they was a supporter, and now they acting like this. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
I was
it's
about to
rare to
follow
find
you, and
people
then I realized I was
like
already
you,
following
Huntress
you.
and Alter and Kelsey, you know, and all that stuff. Shoot, Kelsey been around. Shoot, she been around since I was. You know, I think I met her through the girl I used to talk to before Rachel. You know what I'm saying? And Kelsey still stuck around. She wasn't. I ain't picking no sides. I'm just, I actually support Kev. You know what I'm saying? So like stuff like that that's real. That's real support. It's not no things behind it or you know what I'm saying. So that's a rare situation. That's why I made appreciations lives because of people like y'all. You know, it's rare to run across people like y'all. So yeah,
So Kev, can I say something real quick?
yeah.
So I think a lot of people forget that not all of us was raised in the same place and we're not gonna agree on everything. But as long
Mm.
people start looking at certain decisions they make instead of looking at the character and morals. I know for a fact that you are a good person and you would do anything for anybody that's out there within your power to do that. And that's why I follow you. We
Mm.
can disagree about stuff all day long, but as long as you're still a good person at heart, what else is there?
Yeah,
Amen. Amen.
I encourage disagreements. Disagreements are only opportunity to learn.
Yep. That's the only way to grow. For real. For real.
All
That's
right,
why I
so what you
always
want
like
to
if
talk
you
about
notice my
now?
mods, like I got a bunch of mods that some of them even far left it might be. You know what I'm saying? But it still expands the mind. You know what I'm saying? You know, some people I got mods that's just here for entertainment. I noticed. You know, I ain't gonna say no names. They're not here though right now. But and I still believe this person still helps bring a different perspective to the conversation to help expand minds. You know what I'm saying? They might counter my stuff all the way, but it still held me thinking. You know, a lot of stuff I'm gonna get off this app and still take time and think like maybe let me see what they might be talking about. You know, sometimes our feelings get in the midst of it and we hear nothing. And actually a lot of the time, but majority of the times our feelings is what's stopping us from hearing another perspective that's not ours. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it take time to chill on your own and just be like, okay, cool. Okay, I think I get it. I ain't know I got it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna shoot. You could ask. You could have asked Rachel how many times I done did that. I done came a whole nother day like, okay, I think I get it. It took me some days, but I get it now.
Yeah,
Yeah, though.
that's
But some stuff I'm
funny,
stubborn
but
in. I ain't gonna lie.
if I can ask
Yeah.
something real quick, so you don't think that we pulled up? I don't know if Connie may have been here before or whatever. You don't think that? Speak for me, not her. Pulled up and listening, having these, discussions, this that, and the third, and that's what makes it authentic. No, everybody's not going to agree. Nobody has
That's true.
disrespecting anybody. I know I haven't. You, your panel, or anybody.
That's true. But I
Yeah.
would say this, well, my observation of both of y'all, even though you may have been listening from the start, y'all was listening to respond. That's just what it was.
Was
It's just awareness, but it's not to say y'all bad people. I'm not saying that, but like a lot of all today, and I'm pretty sure I ain't trying to throw him in it though, but I'm pretty sure he observed that same thing too. Y'all been listening to respond for the most part.
have. I've said several times, stop talking, let the host respond. Say this, don't do this. Several times. Not and oh, I cannot stand when people say it. It's like it's something everybody say like listening to respond. But hey, if you feel that way, you feel that way.
No, he wasn't saying
I
like
think you just proved my point in a matter of seconds.
he wasn't he wasn't saying it like
It's
that. He
just
was
the
just
fact
saying
that if things don't go your way, it's
I
no
got
way.
you. I got you. That's cool.
Okay. Because I have been observing a little bit from what I sometimes we take like criticism a little bit harsh. I know that happened to me and my baby like the other day. Especially if we have a high standard for ourselves, and from what I witnessed, Tan, I think you do work on yourself and you are highly critical of yourself. So it's kind of like when other people may give you a critique, it may um it may kind of like
You
offend you a
take it
little.
personally.
Yeah, yeah, and it's not to be like personal. It's just like an observation, and it's okay. You can take it and be like, okay, let me just replay this in my head. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, and you might be right. But I did witness Tan saying, "Dang, sorry, someone's mic is just like." Oh,
That's
sorry,
fine.
Connie, I just mute you a little bit. Yeah, but I did witness Tan telling them to like, hey, let him finish speaking. But I wasn't here the whole time, so there may have been times where you may have responded quickly, and that happens to all of us. Like that's just something that we have to like be mindful of. Having selective hearing or listening to respond, it literally happens to all of us, especially
Yeah.
when we're speaking on a topic that is very passionate. So it's just something like that, like we have to talk to ourselves before we go into conversations, remind ourselves. It's so easy for that to happen to us, like even the best of us, believe me. There's certain conversation, even today's conversation, I was like, baby, I can't be present for this conversation, okay, because I know we gonna squabble. I don't agree with you. So but I would still be here for support. But yeah, that's all.
Look, hey, look, babe. I changed it because of them two, right? So much, but let me stop. Well, I'm about to start some stuff, but
And
Hey,
I was
and
proud of
because of
you.
them two, they, huh?
What? You changed
What's
it
that,
because
babe?
of us?
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
he's
sorry.
giving you
No,
kudos.
you did that for you. Remember?
That's what he said.
Yeah.
So I had to realize, right, I did it for me, right? I did it for me, but it was from.
There
I
you
take the word
go.
from
There you
to
go,
for it.
baby.
Yeah, it
Dad
was from
doesn't
for the from.
exist.
So from y'all influences, you made me
No.
change. Like, you know what? It is. It's not for because everybody. Because when I thought real deep when I'm like, oh, a lot of things that counter what I was believed in earlier. Overall about humans themselves. A lot of times we do stuff for self or whatever. So I'm like, oh yeah. So. And it always go back to self, even if it's selfless. It's usually a lot of times it go back to self, anyways, because you feel good about what you do selflessly. But whatever. But
I'm so proud of you, baby, because I did come in every now and then, and I saw you were like, "Yeah, I get you though." Ah, you right. And I was just so proud of you because I know how firm he's. Man, we done squabbled on this conversation even before he made this prompt. Oh my God. I was like, I am original. I have done things for myself. so I get y'all if y'all was up in here squabbling, okay? But I'm proud of you, babe.
Thank you, man.
So I
You
want
need
to let
to.
you know that
You
you
should.
guys are awesome, and I'm about to take off. Love you
Uh,
guys.
all right, love you too.
All right,
You
let's.
need to tell her the truth that we've been nothing but nice to you, and
What do that mean? I'm
and
not saying that y'all wasn't
validating you,
nice.
validating your perspectives, and listening without arguing.
That's what we said.
That's
I,
that's been the energy. So
yeah, no. He didn't say y'all
yeah.
were mean.
No, he said the both of us. Y'all haven't, and we done stood dead on business with him respectfully. He hasn't
That
let.
don't change the critique that I gave about y'all. That don't change that.
And,
That's not gonna change.
and you know
I,
what? And you know what?
you
And
think I'm
that
about to change the
speaks.
critique? I'm not saying y'all wasn't nice, but I'm just saying
Listen,
that critique stands.
man, we ain't talking about respectful and listening, all that, and that speaks volume about you. I don't want you to change it because it doesn't benefit me.
Interesting.
Hello.
Interesting.
Mm.
Interesting.
Well, ladies, don't take it personal. Yeah, that's every even himself, right? He said even for himself, he had to like learn how to listen to y'all. So I think that just happens with everybody.
I had to put some of my pride down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That was a key word of the day because I would say the only reason I mentioned pride because that's every almost that might be every human's downfall. That's like their number one
Pride is
reason why it's gonna be. I think pride is like the number one. If we was talking about biblical, that's probably the number one worst sin. Shoot, the devil was prideful. That's the reason why he got struck. But
that is the one thing that is described as being hateful by Yahweh. Pride. Yahweh hates.
yep, the haughty eye, he hate that.
And that's not everyone. Everybody is not prideful.
I mean, we all go
And
through a
that
period of
was a
pride.
prideful
Yeah, we all.
that was a
It's
prideful
almost
response in a matter of seconds.
it's almost inescapable. Like we all go through pride.
But it's not.
It is. So you mean to tell me you have never had a moment in time where you were prideful? For instance, you've never been in a bind and was like and knew you needed to ask somebody for some money, was just like, I'm not about to ask nobody for no money. I'm not about to ask them for nothing. I'm gonna figure this out on my own. That is
Nope.
also
Nope.
so okay. All right.
Have you celebrated your birthday?
Wait, are you guys trying to say that being prideful is always a bad thing?
Being prideful is hated amongst Yahweh. Pride will lead you nowhere.
So you think it's
Yeah,
always
pride is
bad to
always
have
lead to
pride?
the. Yeah.
Yeah, pride is. I'm
So
not
you can't even call upon
pride.
God if you're too
So
prideful.
so
You can
pride.
what?
Don't get me wrong. Pride can be a useful tool, but it is damning.
It's
Mm.
damaging. Yeah. That's why I try to change confidence and pride because people use pride for confidence nowadays. Those two different things. So
Mm.
Yeah,
confidence,
being
and I thought
confident in
about the.
oneself isn't a problem.
Yeah, I thought about like to break it down. Confidence is really just believing in yourself, and pride is just being proud of yourself. And being proud
But
of
even
yourself,
in
but
that same
that's just a
token, though,
dopamine effect.
being confident can lead you to idolize yourself.
Cannot being prideful will. If you have confidence, it means you believe in yourself. I mean, you,
I think I just look at like self esteem and all that stuff. Sometimes you need that boost or to get the motivation and stuff. That's how I look at view that.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the reason why I say pride is like that's the main ones that can't take L's. You take a loss or something like that. The way you respond to that you could tell a lot. But if you moving in confidence or something like that, and you take a L, you can be like, okay, I can do better next time. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being a
uh,
sore
Not
loser.
so.
because you believe in yourself. You have that confidence. Being
Ronald in
prideful
the
means,
building.
yeah, prideful is like I cannot fail. I cannot like. I mean, it's like knowing you can't. hike Mount Everest and thinking that you can that because of that pride. No training, no nothing. So yeah.
No, that can be confidence as well, but
No, that's pride.
confidence is also just like pride. Confidence is a double-edged sword.
It's
Yeah.
not.
It is though, it's only like that
I
because
can see that. Yeah, it can get
like
like
I
I said.
said, like it's good to have a good self-esteem and you describing that as confidence, but what happens when your head get too high and you start idolizing yourself? Confidence can easily turn into pride, which is
Mm.
Yeah, I
why
can
it's a
see that. I'm
double-edged
about to say I
sword.
can see that though. That's why yeah, I can see that. That's why I say it's big too, because like how you separate confidence. Let me see how you separate confidence is probably. I believe it's just a perspective of how you view it, though. I believe, that's why I would say like humility, right? Which is a counter of it, though. It's just actually being able to accept defeat, and then your confidence is what help you boost to say I can do this again or something like that. Because you got to have some form of confidence to even move forward, But I
All
think
right.
pride is just, I think confidence is like just right now, right? Because I'm very big on it that I'm able to even I'm confident enough to be wrong. I think that's one big thing, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, cool, I was wrong. At least I can view it as in, should I learn something new? You know what I'm saying? So it's not that, and pride is like I tie myself to what I believe in, and if I'm wrong, I'm gonna even fight, you know, I'm gonna keep fighting on it, even if I'm wrong and still stay wrong, but still fight on it and give every last excuse why I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's what pride come in at. That's how I kind of view that.
And what I'll say, what the brother said about double edged sword, he's right. Because you're prideful enough to know that when you defeat you recognize it. So you gotta be confident in it because you was defeated in your pride. You're very prideful.
Yeah,
See, my,
I think a lot of times as humans we just can't even separate ourselves from it. That's one of the hardest things to do. As much as I can preach on not being in pride and all that stuff, it's literally an emotion. It's an emotion, and it's gonna come out every now and then. It's just about being aware of when it come up and trying to counter it. You know what I'm saying? Just like you can get jealous of, like people be like, I don't get jealous or something. No, it's gonna be a time you're gonna get jealous. You just got to be aware of it and control it. It's gonna be a time you're gonna hate. It's gonna be a time like all them emotions are gonna come around. So it's balancing it. Knowing it's there and try to manage it the best way you can though. So it's impossible to stay away from pride. It's just especially if you as being a human being, this pride gonna come up.
yeah, pride can come out. You could definitely fight it off though.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Because depending on what you've been through, your life, your or whatever. Yeah, definitely. You're right.
Yeah. That's why I be trying to stray away from. I try to put my stuff into. When you put your stuff, I think that's what it come with, but like religion and all that stuff. I put my stuff into God. Like even when my birthday about to come up
I'm
now,
not.
right? I kind of changed my way I view my birthdays now. It ain't about just me. It's about God allowing me to make it to this next chapter. What I'm saying? That's how I kind of view it now.
See,
It
I'm
ain't the
not
same.
really big on religion.
Yeah.
I think religion is useless
Yeah, I'm
in a
more on God
sense.
than religion though.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, I think I inadvertently took up that same thing, and I don't think you just bought it or just put a definition on it. Because every year on my birthday, I cook for people. Like that's how I spend my birthday. I invite a whole bunch of people. I go out and buy a whole bunch of seafood, and I have a seafood feast for everybody. Like
Yeah.
I sit down to eat. So maybe like that's my selfless thing. I don't know.
Mm. So it's more of a Thanksgiving or something like that. That's what I believe birthday should be like, more of a gratitude, not instead of an entitlement. All right, let me lay down now.
You
No,
know
no,
what?
you're
It'd
right
be
about that. That's
interesting if
yes,
we
sir.
change our birthdays to offering days. Instead of looking to receive a
Ooh,
gift, we offer something.
that's good. That is good.
I
I
think I'm
like
gonna
that
try to
one.
do that this year.
Let me go ahead and follow my boy Tap, man. He been preaching since he been in here.
Listen, I offer myself to you because I was here for another day. No, it's just a joke. I'm just playing.
You said what? That ain't sound right.
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry about it.
I said, my wife right here. What the heck are you talking about? I said, you offered yourself to who?
Oh, not like that. Come on now, dude. Really?
All right, when we gonna get into the next topic? It's almost my bedtime.
Right, that's a fact. It's about bonds too. Dang. Let's see. I'm gonna get off this thing at 9:30 though.
Yes,
But
sir. Good cutoff.
let's see. The four W's and okay.
What's the four W's?
So the four W. It usually five W's, but it wouldn't have made no sense to put who. So it's gonna
Oh,
be
what,
what,
when, where,
when, where, yup, and then how.
or why? Not how, why.
Yeah, why? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What,
Why and
when,
how.
where, why, how. Okay.
And I
Uh,
just took the who out because I was gonna put five, but I was like, who? That ain't gonna sound right.
four W's
Who
and
should you do
how
for
should you
others?
do for others? What should you do for others?
Hmm.
Um, the what is definitely tailored to the specific person. I can't do I wouldn't do the same thing for others because, like for instance, I wouldn't go and give a person a random $20. What if they don't need $20? So that is going to be critiqued to or specialized to the person that I'm trying to perform a deed for. That's the what. When I guess I leave that up. I used to, or I still do. I tend to like I keep a case of water in my trunk or in my work truck
Hmm.
because sometimes I don't have any money. Well, I don't carry cash, but I run into a lot of homeless people, and I don't like carrying cash, so I still offer something. So whether it be my lunch that I pack for the day or a couple waters that I got in my work truck, uh, why? Um, the why is simply because I believe and I was instructed to do good for the sake of being good. Not because I think if I look out for you, I'm going to earn a spot in heaven and I'm going to be
Right.
living this lavish life. I do good simply because doing good is good.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's uncomfortable to do good. Sometimes doing good put me in a bad place or set me back a little bit, but I'm still grateful because I could have impacted you. It could have been your last. I was looking at this one thing, bruh, and it really impacted me. This dude, uh, he left a suicide. I can say ooh that. I can say it like that.
Yeah, probably.
You know what I'm saying. He left
Yeah.
one of those notes to his family. The note said, "I'm going to walk to the bridge, and if a person smiles at me, I won't jump." That man jumped.
Mm.
All he was asking for was something as simple as a smile. Like all you gotta do is just smile at me, and it'll impact my whole day. I won't do what I'm planning on doing.
Hmm.
So I don't worry about what that good can do to me because it could be that smile you looking for. Me
Mm.
personally, and I don't get me wrong. I got anger and I suffer with anger, and I got demons just as much as the next person. I got certain buttons that'll get pushed, and all hell will break loose. But I'm only man, and that's not even the right excuse because Yeshua was also man.
Hmm.
I'm not saying this because I think I'm better than nobody or nothing like that. That's just how I am. That was the why. Who, what, when, where. We doing where?
Yep.
Where? I guess wherever it's needed. I've I've had to I've walked a person in a McDonald's or something just because I ended up at McDonald's. It presents itself to do something good. How? How do you do it? How do you do it? Confidently.
Mm.
Do it without worry about what it might do to you later or what you might be losing. Do it boldly. Do it discreetly. I always hated when people had run into a homeless person and then record themselves doing something for the homeless person. Oh my God, I hated that so much because it's like, how do you know this person? It take a lot of pride to swallow to be able to panhandle. To be able to think back in your mind and remember a time where you ain't have a worry in the world and then realize your reality is on the side of the damn street asking for people for change or a bottle of water. That's how low you is, son. So now you're gonna put me on your social media. And now the whole world know, even though all of these strangers already knew, now the whole world know I'm fucked up. That's like that. I always hated that shit. So you do it discreetly. Don't put this dude on Front Street or this young lady or whoever the person is. Don't put them on Front Street. Do your good deed or do for them and just go about your business.
Mm.
And that is how I would do
Nice. I just found no way to put this up. There you go. There you
Put what up? Thank you, Tan, for the gifts. That's so sweet. We just met.
Dang, I ain't gonna be able to pin it. I'm gonna pin it again. You gonna laugh when I pin my sub. I just customized the.
You made some
You're
stickers?
welcome,
No, I
baby.
ain't make a sticker, but I had made a new intro. You see how it said a join or something? I forgot what it said. I forgot already what it said when I clicked up.
Oh, I do want to add something though, because I just try like focus on homeless people for some reason. I don't know why, but
Hmm.
it's not even about just homeless people. Like sometimes you can just help a friend like that. Like my man need gas money.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I need $20. I give it back. Don't worry about giving it back. Your money not good here. Just get you some gas.
And go ahead and give you that subscription real quick then, since you're talking good.
How I do that?
Your money's good here.
It's good here. It's a good investment.
Since you're such a
It's
giving
some good
person, go ahead.
stickers.
Okay.
Give me this. Give me that. Give me.
Okay, so is Tan about to go?
Oh,
No.
yeah.
You don't want to
Oh, what?
answer it?
Oh, why? Enter what?
No, answer the question.
Oh, yeah, already. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I can't just like I can't
Huh?
just like
I just thought
baptize
about
people
that.
or
How the heck did
No,
she get a whole full heart and she just got here?
Ah!
That's crazy. She didn't even say a word but smell. She just coughed. It's like, no. She said, I'm pissed.
man,
I
I
don't
done
like
dropped
this
off.
guy.
I dropped in your gift gallery of plenty.
Oh,
No help.
see you missing it when she's gifting you.
Yeah,
Well, go ahead. I was messing
But
with
somewhere.
yeah,
Don't worry about it.
thank you for the support, Tan.
Yeah, but listen, yeah, it's somewhere. Yeah, he's never said I appreciate it. He's never said I appreciate it or thank you. But
you.
listen, we're not we're not gonna worry about that.
I was trying to be funny, but like that's that girl power stuff. So, but you know, the joke ain't coming out. Y'all
And I
pay me.
thought baby boy was finishing up.
I think he's done taps.
yeah, I'm
What
finished.
taps?
He tapped out.
Yeah, I'm finished. I'm about to get in the bed.
Don't leave. Don't leave yet. We got a little time.
Oh no, I ain't leaving. Yeah, he's in 9:30.
All right.
Damn, what time you leaving? Nah, I'm playing.
I be
Well,
tired.
if you don't want to go, Tan, I'll go.
You can go to yours. Oh yes, please.
Okay. The four W's and how should we wait? How should you do for others? I mean, there's no limitations. There's no. restriction on how or when you do for others. For me, I follow the spirit of the Lord, to be honest. I like, yeah, like if it's in my spirit to do, I'm gonna do. But now, I assess a little bit, only because I've been used a lot. So sometimes you may be following the wrong. Wait, you're asking for examples?
Basically, that's all I was getting to. When I
Oh, you're
let them,
asking for examples of
yeah,
how
with
to do
those,
it?
yeah, how, when, where, and yeah, and what. It's just an example, just to make it so people can.
Okay.
Because sometimes some people's examples really be for self, and I just want to see if I can catch people. Then I'm gonna do the other one. Yeah,
Yo,
that's what I be trying
Cynthia.
to.
Oh my
Some people's
god.
selves be others, and some people's others be self.
Always trying to catch somebody doing for self. You can be like, aha, you selfish.
Right, you ain't doing it for others. You doing it for
Yeah, you thought
yourself.
you was giving, you're selfish. Dang,
Yeah.
Kev. Examples. Okay, like when, okay, for me, the only thing that really will like kind of limit my giving is if I can tell you're entitled, you feel entitled to my giving.
Mm.
Yeah, if you feel entitled to my giving, or like if you lack um
Appreciation.
appreciation, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna give, but I don't know that I would continue to give.
I feel
So that
that. I
give gonna be
swear, I
short.
feel that. I
Do
was
you
at the
feel it?
McDonald's one day. It was a homeless veteran. He was in a wheelchair. He
Yo.
had asked for a double quarter pounder or some shit like that.
Yo, that
I bought him a I bought him a chicken sandwich because that's all I can afford. That nigga looked at the sandwich and said, "This ain't no double quarter pounder." I took that fucking chicken sandwich back. I said, "Fuck you, then. Be hungry." Like,
Hey, I did a video about that. I said it was a dude that was sitting there asking me for a chocolate bar, and then this dude like, that one beat up. Can I get a different one? I was like, what?
oh,
I said, I guess beggar. I made a video to that too on here. It's on here,
beggars
super old.
can be
I said, I
choosy.
guess beggars can be choosy. But you made me
Yeah.
think that might be another question. Is we really, if we react that way, right? Was we really doing it for self?
If go ahead, Ten.
what?
10.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I feel like you were, because if I do anything, it's like it's not. I don't expect nothing. I don't care how you respond. If I do it, I'm doing it for me. Not.
I'm saying
I
if they don't
mean,
show you appreciation, then you just stop. Would you? What?
Yeah, that turns to me. For me, it turns to completely. I'm doing it for a selfish reason now because you got me
no,
fucked up. You got me entirely fucked up. Like, what
Right.
you mean? What you mean, bro?
That's why I say I think a lot of times we be feeling like we might be doing it. Then all it takes is
No,
that. I don't know. That's
no,
deep.
but no, what Tap said is that originally, yeah, we were doing it for you. but
He's
we
doing
not
it for
about
that.
to
Thank you.
continue. Yeah, we are
but
stopping.
listen though, do you really even expect like a thank you or appreciation?
No,
Like,
Yeah,
no, that's
we.
the thing. That's the thing. I don't need a thank you or appreciation. You get what I'm saying? Like the initial doing it was from my spirit. Now, am I gonna continue? It's the continuing. My spirit don't align with that.
I
Yeah,
might
he
have.
did
I
it.
think
Yeah,
I
for
might have
sure.
gave a homeless person that wasn't showing appreciation to ask for it again. I think I did it again. But I wasn't gonna let him use me. That's a different thing.
That's
Nah.
the
So,
thing.
but
Yes.
I think it's about intentions and reasons. So even if he was like, because I feel bad for him, I might do it again. Like dang, I
I,
yeah.
I, I think you gotta
I feel like you're
exercise
doing that.
caution
I
with
feel like you're
like.
doing it for you though. Like whatever they got going on, it's like it's my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's being judged. My heart, my character, whatever you do with it, you know.
Let me tell you something. If I'm going by Yahweh's example, okay, I've been blessed with stuff and completely took it for granted and wasn't appreciative of it, and he took that shit right back, and I missed it. You don't want this sandwich? You ain't appreciative of this sandwich? Give me my sandwich back then. Like that's what I'm on. Like, cause like it started off as a selfless act, but now my flesh done got into it, and you've offended me. Okay, so
Nah.
same
So
question.
what?
You got me really thinking. I don't believe that we really. Nah, dang, this junk is. I ain't never think about it till now. I think that the simple fact, because it's like it feel like it's selfless, right? But it's still based off our feelings because, like, if our feelings get hurt in the midst of it, then we want to stop after that.
It's not.
No,
No, I feel like it's just the person on your intentions and how you feel. Because I give you a perfect example. Listen, I was living with my homegirl, this, that, and I left. And I was trying to get in contact with her. Actually, put me out. So, anyways, I was gone. So I'm calling, and I go over there. It's dark. She got a newborn baby, like no milk, no nothing. So I'm finna go to the store, get everything, and do everything, and bring it back. It has nothing to do with what she did. Just it's all about me and my heart.
yeah, look, I wrote it in the chat just for you, baby. It's a righteous judgment. Okay?
That's exactly what it is. And you know what?
Okay.
His ass was judged, and you hung
Okay,
him.
cause yeah, cause when
Some
you
people
the
doing it for
thing is like
God.
no. The thing is, it's natural. Like you're just because you feel something, it's like a natural feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like just like you said, a whole bunch of stuff we feel, it doesn't mean it's good or bad. It doesn't mean it's any intentions or whatever. It's just a human experience. You're gonna feel some type of way when people feel entitled to your things that you worked hard for, and when people don't show appreciation. You get what I'm
I
saying? Now
Yeah.
I understand, like, to stop doing it just because of that. I think it's about assessing the situation, the circumstance, because there are times that you would still continue to do something for someone regardless if they say they appreciate it or not.
Yeah, like our kids.
Yeah, definitely,
Not
definitely.
So
like your kid. So
yeah, like our kids, we do that too.
I'm
I can get that though,
so
but
sick of
and
him.
that feels like feel like it feels an obligation behind it though. Well, if it wasn't our kid, it'd be a rap. They'd be nothing.
I
And
know.
even
I'm gonna say
sometimes
this. I'm gonna
though,
say this though. I
No, if
think
somebody
the
is in dire no, if somebody is in dire need, you would put your pride aside and you would still do for them if what you're doing is, if you see that it is actually going to help them, regardless they may not be in a position or a mindset or have the heart to say thank you right then and there. That's when you're doing it. Yeah, you continue to do it because God has called upon you to do it.
they did it for God. There you go.
Huh?
so
Yeah,
No, the
I think
spirit. No. Oh my God, Kev.
but
You
listen,
know, you
listen.
no. Look. No, I ain't gonna
I
lie. You
hope
sparked
no, no,
something in
no.
me though. But I understand what you're saying. But I
Our
really
host
think
is
if
not
I
gonna
think
do
deep
it.
on it, if I think deeper, I don't think humans are kind of capable. I think because like a guy will be a prime example, right? And Jesus. Because no matter how they got mistreated or they don't stop giving. They just don't. God don't stop giving no matter what it is. He can feel like he be because that's why we say used and all the other stuff. God don't stop if he feel like he's being used. Shoot, even
nah, he does.
his
He
grace
does.
alone was out of something we did not deserve. You know what I'm saying? Because we actually deserve something opposite though. But the grace alone, it shows. I think it's like an unhumanly possible to not have some type of tie to what we
who
do.
said God don't stop giving
So
though?
Yahweh
I'm confused.
definitely
Huh?
stopped giving.
But yeah, who says
God
God
showed
doesn't stop
himself.
giving?
He don't just because you don't believe in him, then he just stop giving anything or
Nah.
so.
No, it doesn't mean
So
he get. Oh yeah,
so
go ahead.
But
so he
That's
stops giving in a sense
that's what the
of
host said. So
so
listen, yeah.
so he stops giving in a sense of your prayers will fall upon deaf ears. He says it quite blatantly. The voice of wisdom will only speak to you for so long until you're neglected and you're left to your own devices. I will no longer hear you. He even says it when you're judged, he says, "Be gone from me. I've never known you." He never gave you
I actually was
anything.
gonna do a I know that scripture too. I was gonna
So
actually do that in
so
my
people think God never stops giving, but who never stops giving is actually Satan.
the way he say I never knew you was not the
Oh
same way
my!
as humans do it.
Oh,
So
you
I'm
gonna
actually gonna
try?
describe. I mean, I'm actually because that's literally the next because I do a lot of Bible things on my page. That was literally my next one I was gonna do when I got back to doing it. That's crazy that you not. He don't think in a human way like us when we get our feelings hurt.
He describes certain things as being hateful. He was so pissed off at us that he flooded the
That's
earth.
why you don't
Well,
bring
Israelite,
Yes.
man.
you don't bring religion in.
You Israelite.
He's even described as a jealous God.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
jealous, not envious though. Anybody that's yes, I can
Yeah,
understand
not.
jealousy. Yes.
I mean, it wouldn't be
That's
envious
just like
because,
our
like,
parents get jealous of like kids and stuff, right? We had kids that was showing, you know you created this kid and they over there showing another parent something that they never showed you. Yeah, you'll get jealous. Like I
yeah,
get it.
But you cannot compare because all can be
Only
forgiven.
hmm? Yeah, what? Oh,
I said forgiven. You didn't hear that?
you can
definitely
forgive me.
forgiven.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not easy to be selfless, but yeah,
Definitely not.
it's possible.
Definitely possible.
Yeah. I think just like I ain't, it took me a long time to even get this other person because they was like only God capable of unconditional love. And I think I really get what this person is saying. I think because we can do the acts, but I don't think we can truly do it to the. I'll put it this way: I think God is the firm example of what selfless is and what unconditional love is. And I think that we're just trying to either mimic it or be like it or condition ourselves to try to be like that. But us being humans, that flesh gonna get a hold of us regardless. It's just going to. So it's gonna be the thing is we just try to you go back to the convincing thing, like, because I say that I could display unconditional love, but I know that's just something I have to focus on or remind myself of doing. God don't have to remind himself to love unconditional. You know what I'm saying? Us being humans, we gotta just like we gotta control ourselves. We gotta remind ourselves. Because the flesh the flesh is something else. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like
He
we were talking about that
showed
pride
you.
thing earlier, right?
He showed
It's
you his
almost
unconditional
impossible to stay away
love
from pride.
by sacrificing his only son, his only child. What do you mean?
What the
I,
heck?
so in my opinion, and I just got it. I feel like I'm just gonna have to open up my Bible and actually like search this up for myself.
I love
I
You don't
Bible.
I,
have to.
I think no, I'm gonna have to because I don't think anybody is gonna be able to. Anyone here is going to be able to clear this thought up for me, and it was just
Oh,
sparked
I
by
got you. I'm the
you.
guy. You came to the right person.
So, is it truly unconditional the love Yahweh gives to us, right? So, and I say that because the condition is to seek Him with your whole heart. The condition is to believe in the Trinity. The condition is to accept Yeshua and believe in His teachings. All of these are conditions. If it was unconditional, then everyone would be going into heaven and there would be no
Yeah, that's
need
for
for
no, that's
judgment.
not true.
Hmm.
You talking about the conditions for us to love him, but
No,
that
I'm
don't have
talking
nothing to
about
do
no.
with him
These
loving
is
us.
no. Those
God
is
love everybody.
those are his Okay, so if love was unconditional, it would be no need for the Ten Commandments. These Ten Commandments are
So
the
the Ten
rules. These are what
Commandments
you must
are
go
ways
by.
we show our love. Because it say, if you look at the scripture, it say, those who love me will do my commandments. Those that love him. It never said that he gonna love us if
Okay,
we do his commandments. That's the difference.
Right.
okay.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but isn't the condition like for salvation, like
To
Salvation
be
is just
okay,
yeah,
believing
so
in
you have
Jesus.
condition. That's a
yeah,
good.
you have
That's
to
a good
accept.
point,
That don't have
Rachel.
nothing to do with love though. But
But
that's just
but
Yeah,
it
but
does.
salvation.
You
the
do have to be
love
reborn in the spirit. That's a condition to be reborn. To accept the blood is a
Yeah, but that
condition.
has nothing to do with love though. You just talking about salvation. But yes, and then even if you look at the full Bible, he said his will be done. So he, I know it's gonna sound out right, but eventually, yeah, he's gonna. It kind of say that everybody gonna be saved.
Yeah.
No, it don't
No.
because it says
no.
you. It says people will be damned and
And you
cast
want
into a lake of fire. So
and
we'll
Yeah,
never be
listen.
so
saved.
that's
That,
that'll be let me see.
Because the reason he loved us so much was he sent Jesus. So like
Right.
the part of his love is that sacrifice. So but that
that's
sacrifice,
all of his
that
love.
love came with a condition. Like
Yeah,
we're only able
Mm.
to receive that be like if we
How they
there
accept.
got
was,
conditions?
but listen now, there was no condition.
No,
That's the reason why.
do we know that grace is not conditioned?
But
Grace,
listen
that's what
though,
I
grace
just got the
is.
but
answer.
So
I
listen,
grace,
just got
that's
the
something
answer.
he gave us that we
and
did
that's the
not
reason
deserve.
why he gave us free will.
I
You
just
have to.
What the heck? I don't want them
no
to miss the whole point. The whole point of grace is he gave
It's
us
free
something
will.
we did not deserve. No,
no
the
no
grace is he
free
gave us
will
something we did not deserve.
Right, exactly.
free will was the curse. Free will
Mercy
was
That's
is the
not a
not.
blessing.
opposite. Mercy is something that we did deserve, but he didn't give it to us.
He
That's the
gave
opposite.
us
So
grace,
that's the
and the
reason why it's
reason
called
why
God's grace.
you. Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that we keep trying to give God this human type mentality and stuff. Like he's nowhere near like us. So, like I said, he is. It wouldn't be no such thing as love if it wasn't for him. That's the first thing.
And
To
that's why
say
you're
to
Christ like.
to say his love is conditioned, and it's like who's to say who can make that judgment to say that his love is conditioned, and he the one that
Nah, so
created
It's
love.
unconditional.
So,
I just got the answer. I just got the answer. I just got the answer. I just got the answer, and I had to look at it from being a parent. Like I wouldn't. My daughter would disappoint me, and my daughter will probably one day, Yahweh forbid, and that idea, Yahweh's love is unconditional. Is he could have destroyed Satan. He could have been gone with
right,
him,
he
but
don't have to
he
create
loves
nothing he
his
don't like.
creation. So
Oh, love. I mean, my bad.
I did get my answer. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, all it is for real. But y'all done made me float right past my time. Why y'all had to get deep right near the end? That's crazy work.
No bull. That's a conversation that could have went till 1 o'clock in the morning. I think we
Right.
need to just go ahead and cut that off, Shawty.
That's facts. That's
I'm
facts.
gonna be looking for the next live though.
Oh
Man,
yeah, for sure,
I went
man.
into
It's
a
good to
live.
meet you though, for real though.
I went into
Yeah.
a live and like I leave lives. I leave any fucking TikTok live that is just like ignorant. Like
Mm,
and I had one in a one. It was just like, you know what? This conversation is gonna go nowhere. It was something
mm.
about transgender. It was like
Oh, yep.
if you
That
don't
said
like
enough.
transgender women, then you're homophobic.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, debate.
oh, not. Oh, I need to go into those lives.
Oh man,
Ooh,
but I be
I
wanting
No,
to
learned my
talk
I
about
would.
lessons.
it so
I would
bad.
definitely debate that. Like
I
that's
tried to. I tried to. I tried
no.
to. I
They're not
said
You
gonna listen to you as a man.
at
Sorry,
all, at all.
just
So
to
I was
let you
like,
know.
you just
so you're
hey Taz. Remember we
heterosexual
was talking about
phobic.
earlier, trial and error. That's what you
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gonna
And
learn.
I never go into another one, Slim. I was like,
I
yeah,
ain't
I
gonna lie.
learned
Them
my
the type
lesson.
of lies that actually made me lose it. Twice on since I've been on this app. Them the two type of lies I've been in. It always been that side. I say.
Yep.
Every time I done cut. One time I called somebody the B word, and I'm like, that's when I was just start.
Oh
I just started making changes with myself and stuff. That was when I was just fresh trying to work on myself.
no.
Yeah, and I was like, Slim,
Cause
I'm
that was
just
me just using it as a soundbite. I said I'm gonna be a good person. I'm gonna be positive. That was a soundbite at that time. So I'm gonna be kind. I was just being nice whole time. I wasn't a kind person. But yeah, this person was trying to play with my saw my intelligence, and they sat there and listened to me the whole entire time. And he like, nah, you sound stupid. I said, bit you sound. That nigga
Oh
made me mad.
Lord.
No, that's how I've been. Like
They gonna
especially
drop me after that,
on
man.
these
Act like
lives lately. Like we debating whether or not this teacher wearing appropriate clothes.
mm.
Meanwhile, my daughter got out of school the other day and was like, sometimes daughters can be sons, and I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, oh.
Like
See
this is
you.
what we debating.
Yeah, but
This on the main topic, but my daughter is
mm,
questioning 1 + 1 = 2. God damn it! Like
mm, yeah,
what's
because majority of these teachers aren't even qualified.
Mm.
yeah, like some of my old lady, she in the social work field, she in the schools and shit, and fucking she be telling me like the teachers be fucking getting their homeboys off the block and their homegirls off the street like jobs as teachers and shit. I'm like,
Uh huh.
I thought you needed a degree to be a teacher. Nope,
Not
you don't.
anymore. Not anymore.
I was like, shit, I'm about to try to be a
Dang.
teacher. I'm gonna teach them some real shit. We ain't laying
Guess
on
that showed the
Plymouth
power
Rock.
of
Plymouth
degrees.
Rock
Plymouth
landed
Rock
on
landed
us.
on us. That's hilarious. Yo, he gonna go in straight Malcolm X. That's
I'm trying to
crazy.
tell you. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. The Neanderthals came from the mountains. They didn't know how to bathe.
Yo.
Next thing you
Hmm.
know, your kid going back talking about something Martin Luther King was the president.
Mm.
But that's gonna be my topic though.
What's
Like
that?
underqualified teachers. Like
Ooh.
what are your children learning?
You
Hmm.
be doing lives
Don't
too,
end up
Agent?
starting no stuff. You
I
already know we
do.
just had a
Yes.
headache
Yes.
last weekend.
Hey,
Yeah.
Kev, you mind if I follow your old lady?
No, it don't matter. I want you to follow her. So she got a wonderful so
All right, I just followed you.
Yeah.
I'm
I try to
interested
do.
in certain topics. Like I like
Yeah. I try to do
intellectual
parenting
conversation.
lives. Yeah. We Kevin and I we basically we're very similar.
And
hmm.
it's so refreshing to
Yeah.
run into a live that ain't, oh, it's the black man ruining this and black women, and I'm like, is it nothing else to talk about?
Mhm. Hey, don't
Well,
get me wrong. Sometimes we do. Well, we don't talk
Yeah,
about it.
sometimes
we come
sometimes
but
the
we come from a different
conversations be
angle to get
hitting.
people
Yeah.
to think though.
Yeah. We
So
definitely come from a
Yeah,
different angle.
sometimes the conversations be hitting, but I don't like that it creates a divide. Like it should
right,
be
okay,
it
I feel
should
you on that.
you
Yeah.
feel me? Like it should be like, how do we get the family back together?
Mm.
hmm.
Not
But
why is
sometimes,
the black
sometimes it's
man the
about
leading
dividing
culture?
mindsets too. Sometimes, because I noticed
Big
that sure
time.
that's even part of the real world. You know what I'm saying? You got to just get to your peoples. You know, and separate from the others. That's just what that is. And my peoples ain't got nothing to do with no color either. It's the mindset, it's the principles.
Yeah, I
So
feel like all that is the problem. All of the titles, like the YT and all that other shit, man.
facts,
People is people.
facts.
People is dickheads, and some people is good people. Like, no matter
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
yep.
what they look like. Some of the best times I done had was with fair skinned people.
Yep.
That's just what it is.
Man, this is the second
Yeah.
person I done found. Boy, I tell you, I'm
I
finding one person every
know.
week. You see how I'm saying, babe? I was just talking about that last night. I'm like, shoot. I said, you might lose some, but you gain. You know what I'm saying? Some quality.
I didn't even
Yeah.
realize I was following you. I was about to follow you. I was like, damn, I'm already following, bro.
I remember. Yeah, I remember you came in on a conversation before. I remember you, Taps. I
I
think
think
that's.
I definitely, yeah, because I think I had to follow you to get pulled into the joint.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. Y'all better
Yep.
give me my follow. Shit.
Yeah, I'll be all right. I think I
I'm about to waste my
took that
time.
from her. I forced it out like, okay, the only way they can come up is following, even if they're a troll.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't
yeah,
just hopping up in this box. And come and find out they might actually like my content and stuff. So I'm like,
yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. I definitely rejoin. If you go live, I don't know if you so big that you can't send me the live, but send me the live just in case I don't see it.
Yeah, I'll try to see
Yeah, we'll try.
for sure.
Well,
Yeah, definitely.
Kev
Both of
normally
y'all.
forgets to share the live. I'll be trying to share, but
It do be I be forgetting, but I can try to see if you like my last. Not she coming in at the last second. What the heck? All the time, every time I go to bed. Actually, the topic I'm doing tomorrow, I got some stuff. I do got some stuff lined up. I'm thinking about
Well, what time?
manipulators.
What
Can we
time?
spot
Cause tomorrow
manipulators?
Friday when I get off work, son, we up.
hmm
Yeah, I'm trying to do a little something though. I know.
All right, I gotta
So,
go for my kids start looking for me.
oh, that's so nice. Good for
It's
you.
not. It's not nice at all. She's very demanding. I was on the
No.
game the other day, and she was like, she came in. She came in my office, was like, "Mommy not here, so you got to get into bed with me." And I said, "What?"
Oh.
I said, "What?" She said, "Yeah." Then she proceeds to turn off my TV, take my headset off my face, and all of that.
hmm
It was like, "Come on, we tired. All
Right,
right,
team.
we're sleepy."
hmm Yeah, no, let the divestors tell it. There aren't good fathers in their children's lives, but man, I beg to differ. There's so many fathers nowadays. I feel like men are actually doing better.
Oh
Now you
bullshit!
Like,
said
Especially
fathers
when
too
you
many times.
allow
Now
them.
Sean popped up in here.
When,
okay, Tan, you have a
He
good
said
night,
good
hon.
fathers too many times.
especially when
Oh,
you
Sean.
allow the father to be a father, like it's gonna be good. Now, unless that's a whole nother. I can't stay up for another hour. I gotta go. This is too much.
Right to get addicted, especially the good stuff.
Man, we about to
I
get
love,
it
hey, I
in.
love when the good stuff is addicted rather than the drama.
I'm telling you. Like when you
What?
had
Mhm.
kick dude, I was like, bro, that was the best move you could have did. I felt it. I was like, oh shit, here we go.
Hey, I
She
was
said,
not
"No,
about to
you
wait
a
on a whole nother
dumbass." I
story,
was like,
man.
"Oh." She said,
He
"You
just
a
trying to take
dumbass." I
over.
was like, "Oh no, oh no." It was so peaceful.
Right, when you see the whole room just shift, you know the deal. Yeah. All right, well, at least I'm glad 10 stayed in for the other one left. But they both was in here since I started it, though. But I know when that critique come in, that's one thing you're going to get in this room. I mean, I can't promise you're not going to get it because, like, I don't know if you see it in invisible words. It's called the accountability room, but I took it off though. But I felt like a reason why I did that, where we can help each other grow.
Oh yeah, for sure. I normally lead with, please disagree with me, please,
Yeah.
because you either going one or two things is going to happen. You're going to help me unlock another level of the knowledge that I already got about the topic,
Mm-hmm.
and helping you see a certain way, or you're going to challenge me to go look for more knowledge and become more
Facts.
fucking knowledgeable on the subject. Knowledgeable on the subject. Right? So,
Mm-hmm.
dis like not disrespect, but disagree at all costs. Please do.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
I think every week I thought about that. Like the week, like a couple weeks ago was this dude named Coach, and then last week was I think Ronald.
And then we got
And then not
Jared.
not Tap.
Jared is.
That's what I'm talking about. Man, I forgot his name. I said Coach. I meant to say Jerry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
does sound like a life coach. Like,
yeah.
yeah. The way that man puts words together, yeah, it's very good.
Hmm.
But God
I was
damn it,
about to
you
say
good.
something so I could trigger you before I leave out.
That boy good.
That boy good. Hey Rachel, stop what you doing.
Yeah.
That boy good. That boy good.
What? See, oh, that's so crazy. We know most of the little sayings in movies. Kev doesn't watch movies.
Nah,
What? Oh
I think that's
man,
off. Hold on, let me guess. Let me guess. It's uh.
I literally sent it to you.
come on,
Nah, I'm about
man.
to do it. Let me do
Come
it. Let me do
on,
it. Let me do it.
man.
Let me do it. I got it. I got it. It's off of. Is
I'm
it
about to
Nutty
take it
Professor?
from you. You're not about to. Oh yeah, it's gone. Yeah. You're no longer one of us.
Dang, I am. I've been
Yeah,
lost it
son.
a while ago when I told
That is
somebody I
coming
don't
to
remember
America.
Friday.
That
They
is
said, "Oh
coming
yeah,
to America.
oh coming
Right.
to America,
You don't
yeah."
remember,
He
babe, you
said,
don't
"Nutty
remember that clip?
Professor."
That clip I sent you?
I
They
remember
was
you
they're
saying
like,
this.
sex your chocolate. Sex your
Right.
chocolate.
Sexual chocolate.
Yeah, I don't be
Sexual
knowing you
chocolate.
boys.
That's
Yeah,
the
I'm
white
working.
tea man.
What you be playing?
I I used to play Tekken in Mortal Kombat. I
Ooh.
used to, but my anger got the best of it, so I had to make a good decision in my life to help me. I realized some stuff I just can't overcome. So I finalized that. So I usually play like Call of Duty now and
Okay, hold up. You
and
just got me. You just got me. I'm gonna be sending you a picture of my with my gamer tag, and I'm on PC. So I'm just gonna
you
send
know,
you the action.
oh, you a PC head? I'm scared of you now. I'm
No, don't be
scared of y'all
scared.
PCs.
It's fun. It's fun.
I'm
Come to
scared
the
of y'all
dark side.
PCs, man.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all
Yeah,
don't want no,
that's
y'all don't want
Yeah.
that not make it fun. Nobody don't want to play freaking Call of Duty no more because y'all PC
Do
heads.
you got a VR?
Huh? What you talking
no,
about?
he a
The
VR headset.
Oculus.
Oh, VR? Nah, nah.
You got to try it. If you like Call of Duty, imagine playing Call of Duty in virtual reality.
That'd probably be cold. I can
Ooh.
imagine that. There'd be a
I'm
lot of
talking
broke
about
stuff in the house. This time it wasn't off
everything you
anger.
have to do. Everything you have to do with a pew pew in real life, you have to do it
Mm-hmm.
while somebody is shooting is ooting at you.
About
That's
that.
it. You gonna go prone there? They gonna be like, "You still laying
Right.
down?"
Nose bleeding and stuff because I'm really trying to get
He said,
into it.
I'm in my 30s. You're getting old, baby. She
Nah, I'm
about to be
getting
35.
Oh,
I'm about to be
okay. I
35
gotta
next
go. I
week.
keep saying I gotta go. Y'all are addictive.
Right, I
Yo.
forgot, right. That's how I be sometimes.
All right, y'all.
All
Have
right,
I'll
a good
be on
night.
cuz.
this thing
Have a good
tomorrow, though.
night.
You too. I follow both of y'all. Well, I was
All
already
right,
following
for
you,
sure.
Ken.
All right,
For
man.
sure. We'll
All
see
right,
you around for sure. We'll
all
see
right.
you around for sure.
Well, my baby, it's probably about that time, anyways.
Yeah. All
Oh,
right,
much
baby.
love.
No, my love. My love. No. That's my
My
pride.
love. That's your
That's
pride?
my pride is my love. Yeah.
All right, baby.
All right, baby. I'll see you in a
I'll talk
second.
to you later.
Okay. Okay, babe.
Mwah.
Mwah. Oh yeah, we gotta stop. It's not
Okay,
professional.
good night. Good night.